What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome to Thursday Night Rawski, the second longest running episodic program and live stream here on YouTube. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth, yours truly, the Notorious one, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy. But you can call me CGA, God Allah, and I'll be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you lined up today. We're going to talk about monogamy as singer Neo reveals that he can live his truth, that he is not gay. He is non-monogamous. All right, shout out to Neo out here. He said, I ain't gay. Which, that's what I would have thought he would have said. I'm not gay no more. Neo says, no, I'm just not into monogamy. We're going to talk about, is monogamy on its last leg? You know, I've done these shows before and talked about it and where these things are going. We're living in an interesting time in the world, and people might be thinking this is biblical. Isaiah 4:1, men and women turning away from monogamy. All right, why is this the case? And we're going to hear his explanation later on in today's show. We also have a suburban housewife that says, well, I cheated and destroyed our family, and she finally wants to reveal that it was her fault. All right, this is going to be interesting. It's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. All right, it's interesting here. She says it was her fault. She did the damage and why she cheated. You should hear about that. And we talked about that. Yes, you and your girl, you're not the last one to touch her. You're not the last one to touch her. All right, as I said earlier. We also have a woman that says, yes, if I meet a guy and he's a good guy, I make him wait for sex. If it's a bad guy, he gets to punani right there that night. Oh, man, it's crazy. Oh, the humanity. Yes, indeed. We also have Putin here. Vladimir Putin making another appearance on the Coach Greg Adams particular live stream. But anyway, we're going to hear his explanation as he's getting bombshelled right now, and we're starting World War III. Well, World War III has already started when we started funding Ukraine, but that's neither here nor there. It is officially on like Donkey Kong, and somebody asked me, are they going to hit the shores of America? We're going to explain that and what the possibilities of that is. But to contribute to today's show, $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, and PayPal is PayPal.me/Coach Greg Adams, and that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat. New world order on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. All right, here we go. There's not many earlier contributors to today's show. Normally, you guys are just getting off of work. All right, you're about to have a cigar, chill, maybe a JUCO. I'm not sure, but Kevin is here. Shout out to you for his support again. He's over there, and he's one of our brothers out here. Have you started your business? He's Money Mindset affiliated, of course. We get in the bag. 2017, 2018, and bragging about hoes I had. Coming through, stunting through, looking like a nigga dad. Foreign bitches pull up type of nigga. All right, here we go. I always mess that part up right here. All right, type of bitch a nigga wish he had. Looking in the mirror, getting glitter, see how I'm mad. Oh, I messed it up. Chick is coming and they gotta go. She ain't fucking and she gotta go. Want to see me drown, I gotta float. All right, shout out to our brothers in there, the ASAP mob in the building. All right, yes, indeed. Shout out to our brother Corey in the building. Yob mob in the building. All right, I hate when I mess up my lyrics. New world order. All right, chasing that bag. All right, anyway. Yo. Where's Jarrell Boston? All right, he not here no more. All right, he probably he's a passport bro. He's he's living the best life. He's living him best life. All right, Jarrell is not here no more. All right, original Coach Gang member. All right, what is going on here? All right, what did the PayPal wanted me to type in some shit? All right, hold on for a second. Let me type in some shit over here. I'm going to type in some shit. Let me see here. They want me to change my address. Uh-oh. All right, I hope y'all can't see this on your screen here. All right, here we go. It's the evening show, y'all. We about to have some fun. All right, I hope y'all can't see this because I'm giving you the address to the Desert Storm bunker right now. Is it on the screen? All right, girls going to be coming up with their panties out. All right, they're going to be coming in with their panties out. Can y'all see it on the screen? I was typing in something. I hope y'all going to see it. The girl's going to be coming in, meow, coach, meow. I'm going to be like, no, ma'am, not you. All right, please don't come in here with your meow shit. All right, only fine prime pieces of calico can come through. Now, if you want me to, ladies, if you want me to, kick the tires, I got the 52-point inspection program going on. The 52-point inspection program, I need to revive that, ladies. There is an opportunity for you. The 52-point inspection program where I kick the tires, check under the undercarriage, you know what I mean? Tighten the bolts, you know what I mean? I tighten the bolts. You know what I mean? I check check the rear carriage, you know what I mean? Check your oil. All right, the viscosity is off on this one. All right, you need an oil change. And I got the lube. I give you the lube and all of that. Yep, you know what I mean? And I fill her up nice and properly. And then I kick the bumper and then I say, away you go. All right. So the ladies out here, yeah, with the 52-point inspection program. It is like the NFL Combine. You know what I mean? You're basically going to be nude the entire time. And you consent by signing the contract. You do have to sign the contract. All right. Yes, indeed. We do check that whole facts too. It's going to be good. You'll have a good time. You know what I mean? So you can come as you are, lady. Come as you are, as the band said. Who's the song? Come as you are. Yeah, we'll come as you are. I will give you that injection, that fuel injection. Give you the fuel injection. Oh, no. Okay, anyway. Shout out to Maryland guy. Says the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, resigned today. Crypto is going to go wild this bull cycle. I hope you ninjas bought you some. Well, it didn't hit 100K. It's stagnant. It's kind of like when you have a channel about to hit 100K and it just paused there at 98,000. You're like, oh my Lord. You trying to do whatever you're doing. You trying to upload YouTube shorts. You're like, whatever to get me over the top. All right, whatever to do. What do I need to do, YouTube? All right, it was going to hit 100K. It slowed down a little bit. Slow down a little bit. Nirvana, come as you are, ass ninjas. All right, shout out to Gary Gensler. Is it Gensler or Gensler? He resigned. And we hear the future is here. New world order. The future is here, gentlemen. So I don't know what to tell you. The past is the past. We in the future. So you know what time it is, though? It is Thursday. All right, but before we get to Thursday, Henry Resilience has something to say. Possibly. Maybe I doxed him. I don't see it. Oh, man, my screen messed up. All right, Henry Resilience says, my ex said I'm stalking her because I drove past her house and want to be at our daughter's taekwondo, and you want to be at the daughter's taekwondo sessions. You have a protection order hearing tomorrow. And she said I raped her and forced her to drop that neck while we were married. All in the court documents. Ninja.
It's barbecue in there.
Henry, bruh, you going through it. Man, what did you do to this bitch? Henry, what did you do? Did you hit that bottom? All right, what did you do, Henry? You got to explain now. You got to explain this shit. All right, somebody says can't drive by their house. I did that before. That's a fact. I've never driven by it to see what was going on. But yeah, bruh. Man, Henry going crazy. He been getting cooked for years. How long has it been you been getting cooked? Yeah, she removed consent, said you took that punani. Henry, you need is this on your, I guess you can't talk about it right now because you're going through it. Man, I would be airing her ass out on YouTube, but I guess you can't do it. It's this active case. But, whew, she is trying to get rid of you. Essentially what she's trying to do. Oh, you live around the corner from each other? Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, what she's trying to do is get rid of you. I mean, obviously, she wants you to quit. She wants you to quit. But, my man Henry going through it. 3 years in the family court. There's Stephen Weiss. We could have a family court reunion out here. Yeah, you can't talk about it on your channel. All right. You need to go incognito mode. But actually, no, they pay attention to that. My ex put me my channel in the court records. That's why I know, man. This demonetization shit. It ain't by accident, right? I'm on the red list. She knows about my channel. I'm pretty sure she did some works over behind YouTube. She made it her full-time job to make sure my channel went left. I know it. There's no other explanation because people are doing the same thing on YouTube and they're fully monetized. All right. So certainly my ex probably spent weeks and weeks, all right, just reporting everything. Excuse me. Just reporting everything that I've done. That's why I keep getting demonetized. I mean, some of these things are mistakes, like sharing a video from a demonetized channel and live streaming it on another channel that's monetized. That ain't going to be good. All right, that's going to be a mistake. So knew that was going to happen. That's why I delayed doing it for many months. That channel's been monetized for months, and I delayed it. I was like, let me give it a shot, and that's what. All right, three streams in, demonetized. All right, so it's cold like that, man. It's cold like that, but Henry Resilient going through it. She brought up my channel, but did not pull it up. Did not put it in the court documents because I rarely talk about her. All right, there you go. Yeah, man. Hey, man, some people just can't fucking detach. Some people can't detach. Henry, did she love you? Did you love her, Henry? All right. KT King says she tried to, okay. Oh, yeah. She tried to get you to crash out. Henry's a nice guy, too, man. Sad to see that happen to nice guys. Oh, by the way, when we talk about, when you hear this story about when the woman says, the good guys have to wait and the bad guys don't, it is also similar. It is the good guys in family court. It's not the bad guys. Like, it's the good guys that are in family court. When you going to get dragged to family court, it's not the bad guys. It's not Pookie, Ray, Bojo, Nuck. All right, it's not these ninjas, Keandre, Glocktavius. Them ninjas ain't getting drug in court. It's the ninjas that are like, and I just want to be a part of my kids' lives. It's these guys, right? Because you're doing everything to show up so you can be like, let me defend my honor, your honor. I just want time with my kids. And so you show up. And they know that. And they play that. That's the dangle, the carrot they dangle in front of you. It's the good dudes, the good dads. It's not Pookie. Pookie is not getting dragged in family court. Y'all ain't never seen one Pookie, because all it takes is one case, one hearing, and Pookie already revealed his right. He already revealed his hand that he ain't shit. So the judge be like, ninja, all right, look, 100% custody to you, none to you. You $8,000 in child support, and Pookie be like, man, I don't give a fuck about this shit, and walk the fuck out. Pookie ain't getting dragged in family court. He don't care. It's already 100% custody to the baby mama. He ain't got nothing to fight for. Okay, so that's why it's always the good guys when they're constantly going back. These aren't the bad guys, because if they were the bad guys, they would be already just shell shocked and would just give up. So anyway, you have to be one of the good guys to keep getting drugged in family court, because you're there trying to defend your name. Let me defend my name, and let me defend my honor, and let me be a part of my kid's life. That's the only people that can get fucking dragged in court. Oh, man, this cold. Somebody want me to hit the family court music. Anyway. Let's get to it, man. It's Thursday. Speaking of music out here, we got some Ling for you. I've never seen a Ling drag somebody in family court, but that don't mean they won't. Let's get them. Oh, yeah. Suki now. Hello. Yeah, yay, hey.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Oh, play it. Oh, yeah. Swing them hips. Swing them hips, girl. Oh, yeah. And don't be coming in here with all that rice around your stomach and waist. Hey, we checking, baby. This is how I check in the 52-point program. Ma'am, we got exacting standards over here. Let's go.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Yes, indeed. Oh, no. Woo-wee. Come on.
I like to get dominated.
She need to do that to my pole right now. Hey, let's go. We got him. We're going to try to do one round here. All right, come on. We got them in all from the land of the rising sun, the pearls of the Orient. We got them all the way from Thailand, Taiwan, Korea, the Philippines, yes, Vietnam, Let's go. We got them coming in from Japan. Let's go. All over. Yes, indeed. It's your days, ladies. It's your takeout day. We got them thick and thin, through thick and thin. Yes.
I like to get dominated.
Oh,
I like to choked,
yes.
whooped, spanked, told what to do.
Hey.
I need a man to take charge and let me just, be goofy.
Let's go. Wow.
Yeah,
It's a party in here. Hit it. Oh, yeah. Oh, not with the bang yangs. Damn, she thick. Oh, man. Yes. We're going to try to make it in one round. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Hey. All right. I don't think it's going to be able to get done. Hey, yes, with the dark booty meat. Yes. Okay. One round. Yes, indeed. Let's go. Let's go.
I like to get dominated.
Yes.
I like to
Choked, whooped, spanked, told what to do. I need a man to take charge and let me just, be goofy.
Okay. Shout out to the girls
I
here.
cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we got them, man. We got them. Oh, my goodness, man. That was great. That was great. So many Linglings. All right. Yes, indeed. We got it. We're going on here. All right. Let me change my browser over here because that's my other tabs. I got to go to the other tabs over here. Shout out to y'all. Who doesn't like Linglings? I don't know. It's an acquired taste. I can tell you all about them. All right. If you want me to. Maybe you might have to show up at the JUCO stream for that. All right. Henry Resilient. Sorry to hear what you're going through right here. Prayers up for Henry. He's having a tough time. Stay tuned. Shout out to our brother TB says, yo, coach, my XRP portfolio just crossed 50K and the bull run ain't even started. He says, I got a little starter home for $180,000 back in 2020. I plan on paying it off in 2025 at the peak of this bull run. We winning and just go get it. Free agent lifestyle for life. We winning. You ain't got no money on it? You ain't got no money on it? I got 5 on it. Got it good. XRP. All right. Everything going up right now because the changing of the guard is happening pretty soon here in the United States. The changing of the guard. We're having a changing of the guard. They're wanting to boost the economy. Plus, we're having a World War III. We're on the precipice. New world order. So shit is changing around us. And every year about this time, especially when there's a changing of the guard, can I remind you of something? Every year, right around November, December, we're looking to just get through the holidays. Next week, we're going to be in the holidays. And then 3 weeks later, we're going to be in the holidays. And then we'll celebrate New Year. Almost every year around the changing of the guard, this new year has brought on some wild shit. Okay, especially when there's a transition from one president to another. All right, and I hate to remind you of the last 2020. Okay, 2020. It started off when Kobe ran that helicopter against that mountain. And it was all downhill from there. All right, we had the changing of the guard. And it was a tough time for everybody all around. 2020. This is 2024. Everything's going to start to tame down, right? Tame down. It's going to act like, and then we're going to hit January 2025, and shit is going to go left, all right? By the way, Joe Biden got in 2021, but you know what I mean. So, but anyway, 2020 was entering into COVID. Kobe hit that mountain, then it entered into COVID, and it was left. All right. And then now, in this one, going in 2025, y'all not going to be ready. Something is up. All right, yeah. New world order. Something is up. But at the end of the day, guess what? We're alive. We're here. At least we're here. And when you're here, you better make sure you hold on to your hat, because it's going to be an interesting ride. All right, with that being said, out here, we're going to get into Doom and Gloom CGA. Doom and Gloom CGA brought to you by the, you know what it is. Apparently now we have a national address today. You guys know Joe Biden on his way out the door. He kicked in the dough, all right, to start World War III officially here. NATO forces on deck. We had missiles, 80-plus missiles aimed into Russia, all right, from Ukraine. Joe Biden opened up the opportunity for the Ukrainian side to use American munitions. Now, when you have to understand is not only are they using American munitions, the Americans are allegedly operating them. So this is on now. We're on. There's no more doubts. And once America officially gets involved, then the rest of NATO jumping in. And apparently, rumors are that NATO's jumping in. So it's on, ninja. New world order. It's on like Donkey Kong. We on. And somebody asked me this before we address Putin. Somebody asked, do you think that they'll put boots on the street here in America? Well, I often told you that America has a great insulation with the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean. It's hard to invade us per se. So you need a subversion from within. And there are people here that are able to subvert. They just need the signal properly. And we know China has bought up a lot of farmland around military bases, and it would be interesting to see. I just don't see it happening, but anything can happen. But that would only be when everything's official popping off. But we have the east and west protected really good. The south border is absolutely a farce. The northern border, supposedly okay, plus miles and miles of Canadian land that nobody wants to traverse. Plus we have Rocky Mountains and all these things. So it will be hard to set shit off. And we have 3,000 miles from coast to coast. So it will be hard. Where are they going to stomp down at? All right. Where are they going to stomp down? So it's going to be interesting here, but we've never had a war on our land, on our turf since we've been a country other than the Civil War. And any war that has happened since America has been an official country has been against another country, right? It has been against it is as the land was taken from that country, i.e. the Western expansion. Other than that, there's now been, and that's not been any wars fought on our turf. Now, that doesn't mean there won't be, all right? But, yeah, you got to get through the deserts in California. It's just very difficult to fight through here in America. I mean, America's not a great place to fight a war. Right, in cities, we have distance between cities. You would have to just fight it in New York or wherever. It's going to be difficult to be able to do it. All right, but and the citizens have firearms, right? So the citizens have firearms, so it's pretty tough, right? Because we can get on and active. It's not like, you know, but that means they could pick us off too. The War of 1812, yeah. Yeah, you know, that, yeah, but that was for sure, yes. But other than that, not many wars fought on our turf. But now, here's an announcement from Vladimir Putin, accordingly translated by someone, and it says, this is a national address today. Putin said Russia is prepared to strike the countries that supply Ukraine with long-range missiles to strike inside of Russia. And he specifically is mentioning the U.S. and the U.K. New world order. It says the Biden administration recently greenlit Kiev's to use such weapons, which it said was a response to Russia bringing in North Korea troops to fight in Ukraine. So here we go. We have the Allied forces and the Axis forces. And we have government, apparently this guy right here, Vladimir Putin, speaking on this. Let's listen to what he has to say here.
Will be determined based on the threats to the security of the Russian Federation. We believe that we have the right to use our weapons against military facilities of countries who allow their weapons to be used against ours. And in case of an escalation, we will act as decisively in a mirror fashion. The ruling elites of the countries are nurturing plans to use their military contingents against Russia should be warned. When choosing measures to be used in response, such as the use of systems that was tested recently in Ukraine, will certainly include warnings to civilians and to clear the zones that will be targeted. And we will certainly do this in a transparent fashion. And we do not have any fears that it will reduce the effectiveness of those systems, because there is no way to counteract a missile that flies at 10 Mach, which is 2.5 to 3 kilometers per second. Existing anti-missile systems and the anti-missile systems deployed by the United States and Europe cannot intercept such missiles. It is impossible.
Oh.
So, once again, it is not Russia, but the United States who have destroyed the system of international security. And they are trying to preserve their hegemony and stoking a global conflict. We have always preferred, and we still prefer, to resolve our disagreements and using peaceful means, but we are prepared for any scenario. And if anyone has any doubts, they shouldn't. There will always be a response. It will be determined based.
New world order.
All right. Putin says send it. All right. All right. Putin said send it. All right. That's interesting. All right. So he says we're going to send it to New York. That's what he said. I didn't say it. All right. So he said, y'all can't stop what I'm about to send over here. We got 10 Mach speed. All right. You can't stop it, Ninja. You can only hope to contain it. All right. But yeah, man, we're living in some interesting times. I would need you guys to study these world wars, because that's what we're here. And we have nations that are obviously aligned economically. We know Donald Trump is going to come in. You know, Donald Trump said he was going to put an end to this. But of course, Joe Biden said, yeah, Ninja, right. All right, Joe Biden said, yeah, brother, we going to send it. I'm going to make sure we end this shit, all right? And so people have often thought that Joe Biden was in cahoots with Trump and to get Kamala out of the office, and that Joe Biden was just going to leave and not do anything wild. Well, right before he left, he was like, oh, I forgot. Send it. All right, Ninja, Joe Biden. Hey, listen, Joe Biden literally pushed the button on the way out of the door. I mean, how cowardly can you be? Cowardly. I mean, that is cowardly. Joe Biden literally pushed the button on the way out. Like he lost the re-election. They didn't get elected. He did the handshake with Trump at the White House. Trump leaves and he pushes the button. Ninja. New world order. All right, and they about to cash in, because Joe Biden and his whole family, they about to cash in, and they gonna be drinking wine and Hennessy and doing lines of coca. All right, man, that's some bullshit. That's exactly what he did. He was like, oh yeah, looks like we lost. Hot damn it, all that investment and all that money I sent to Ukraine, it's all for a loss. Trump's gonna create peace. Oh, by the way, send it. The fuck? Now we in an all full scale nuclear war. Who voted for this, Ninja? New world order. Who voted for this, Ninja? You gonna start a war that you ain't gonna finish? Jesus Christ. Oh my Lord, brothers. Anyway, and he dipped out. We ain't even gonna see hide nor hair of Joe Biden ever again. This war gonna be out. They're gonna be sending missiles. Joe Biden will not be anywhere to be found. He's gonna be somewhere in Argentina, just chilling. And meanwhile, right? Goodness gracious.
I've done some
that
dumb
dude
things.
is an evil guy.
And I'll do dumb things again.
Did he pardon his son too? That's an evil dude. That's evil. What he's doing to the American people. I knew he was a fraud. This Ninja, man. Anyway, who voted for this goofy ass Ninja, man? That's what he did to us. How you do be that, Joe? And now our son's gonna be drafted. Now I gotta get out of the country. All right, anyway. That's Doom and Gloom CGA. He gonna be somewhere in Argentina with some Spanish chicas, and we gonna be out here ducking for cover. All right, my goodness, our son's gonna have to go in, because this is not gonna end very soon. Study World War I, II, and III. These things went on for years. All right, so I'm hoping that Trump can bring some peace to this. He's the only one that can stop it. All right, anyway. We got, what is this? Okay, hold on for a second. I was going to show this next slide, but I guess it's not set up to where I wanted it. So let me see if I can get it, because we're going to jump right into it. We're going to jump right into it right about here. All right, so let me stop it right here. Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle, Daggle, and Sniggle Theater. All right, what do we got going on? Straggle and Sniggle Theater, we have I don't know, we got some guy right here. Apparently, this big old mastodon, a big white girl.
Where the white women at?
All right, we got a paw. And I guess there's a TV show. This is probably going to get blocked. I suppose there's a TV show called like a catfish type show. And we have this guy here looking smooth. He got the goatee. Apparently, he's been on the phone telling her that he wants to get inside them paw guts. All right, so let's see what happened and see if you can catch up.
Correcting this. He's cute. He is. And can we see? Oh, and he sent you a minute and 27 long voice note?
No, but I like out of you. I really do.
Oh my goodness! And look at the woman here. Look at what we got, Ninja. Hey, man, look at how she's sitting up there, looking like she got a Michelin tire around her waist. And this dude about to be over here simping for this woman. And look at this. I guess this is a catfish show. All right, this stream's going to get blocked by the time it ends and renders, so I'll have to delete this part of the stream. And so look at this woman right here. And this is when y'all be saying, man, these girls don't get dudes. There's some dudes be simping over girls like this, boy, and I know she smell like sweat. She smell like sweat and used baby powder. All right, because you know she put baby powder under them flaps. All right, but let's see what happens here. He loved the hell out of her. Let's see here.
I really, really do. Like, I could really see myself falling madly in love with you. I ain't found nobody that you feel like I'm good enough for. You feel me? So,
Casey, that's the African American man. My work here is done.
All right, so they think she's getting catfish because you saw the pictures of the guy, and the woman said, that's a black man. Of course it is, right there. And it might be our brother Joshua Henderson out here.
Hey, where are the white women at?
All right, and so they like, look at the size of them meat hooks. Look at that arm, Ninja boy, I tell you. That's a beastly woman. She over 300 pounds for sure. And they like, you getting catfish, darling.
My vocal analysis is doing black.
From a different name. It seems likely that the thing that Mike is hiding is that he's not the guy in the picture is
Mike is black.
Well,
Hello, all the black people watching
right, are gonna know.
All right, so there's the gentleman there, just in case you missed it there. There's the gentleman that's the pictures of the guy. You heard his voice, and listen, it's a PAWG. This is beyond a PAWG. This is a whale. All right, this is a whale. Shiver me timbers. Shiver me timbers. All right, and this the guy here. So let's go ahead and see if, in fact, she has been catfished.
I don't know. This is all very strange.
Shut the up!
yeah, my name is Todd Michael Brown.
Okay.
It's you.
Oh, the humanity.
It's him. Oh, no. Hey. Wow.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Oh, man. And this is definitely in Kentucky. This is definitely Kentucky for you, Ninja. And if you know anything about rednecks and ninjas, you know, get your book by Thomas Sowell. Rednecks and ninjas ain't that far between each other. They simply have the same conversation. I know white boys like this in Fontucky. I know white boys like this. They talk like a smooth ninja. Hey, anybody that lives in the South, you can go get you a redneck white boy. Like, what's that ninja name? Bubba Sparks? That's a Bubba Sparks ass ninja. Hey, he ain't catfishing, but he's starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right. You can go to Louisville, some places outside of Georgia, Athens, Georgia. You can find some white boys like this. Look at your boy out here. All right. All right. Yes. Rednecks and ninjas is the same guys. All right. They just don't know it. I don't know why they hate each other. Y'all the same people. Y'all the same archetype. All right.
That's really mean.
You were full of that you were not the guy in the pictures and that you could have been someone totally different, which is why you were avoiding meeting up and you didn't want to fit.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
And look at this. Look at this. This is definitely a former horse stall in Kentucky. It just went under. You know what I mean? They didn't pay their bills, you know. And look at the mastodon behind him. Man, look, he's starving. Oh, my goodness. This is definitely what they used to call him, a wigger. This is definitely a wigger. All right. Yes, indeed.
Talking, she was on my ass about that FaceTime. She was on my ass. Why I can't never see you when we talk? Why is that no? Well, I had a flip phone. I don't think she always believed that, but I did. Okay. Still knew how to use the flip phone when I got out of prison.
Of course, he was in prison, and you know that brother is starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Look at that big ass woman. Wowzers. There's a skinny woman in there. That's for sure. Oh, wow. The people's champ. All right, man. Hey, the Winger. We gonna call him a Winger for sure. That definitely is a Winger. Bubba Sparks, ass ninja. Wowzers. All right, it's out here, guys. Hey, look, let me just tell you. There's always a starving ninja that will chase something you don't think.
Starving.
They will chase something you don't think nobody chasing. And he in love, too. He want to get there, brother. And she's starving, too. She's starving, too, bruh. Oh, man. It's love. He said they in Arkansas. Definitely some Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas type shit. This the ninjas that be like, I get it for free. This be the girl right here. I get it for free starter pack right here. All right. I get it for free starter pack, coach. I get it for free.
Do you ran into the right folks? What's your type? You like black, white?
I like white girls more better.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially the thick time.
That's what I'm talking about. Snow bunny.
Yeah. In other words, PAWG.
PAWG. That's what I like. Yeah. Hey, say that bit again. Say it one more time, but say it slow.
PAWG. PAWG. Badass white girls.
That's what I'm talking about.
What you like, bro?
Yeah.
I like fat ass white girls, the thick time.
Ooh,
the curvy types.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Okay. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. She's fall, fat ass white girl. Fat ass white girl. Shit, I got, but I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and man, hey, y'all can never deny it, guys. Y'all can never deny it. This is again more proof of my theory. All right, the bigger the better, the whiter the better, the big and white. All right, big and white. I gotta have it. All right, shout out to her out there, brothers. Woo wee. All right, I didn't have me a few. I just made sure they didn't take a picture of me. They'd be like, let's take a picture together. Taking no damn picture. Get that damn ninja like this in the picture. You ain't gonna have me in that motherfucker. Whoa. All right. Why you blocking? All right, anyway. She's a cutie, man. She's a cutie. All right, we got another starving guy. 2 inmates currently in prison on separate deletion charges who have never met in prison conceived their first child together by funneling semen through the prison vent.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
Oh, no. Let's play the video, man. What is wrong with people?
Ling is locked up awaiting trial, charged with second-degree murder. Police say this is Ling holding a gun after shooting her boyfriend in the leg, killing him. She has been an inmate at TGK for more than 2 years, but in June, Ling gave birth to this baby girl.
She's a miracle baby. She's a blessing.
A miracle, because Ling says she's never met the father of her baby face to face.
I've never met him. It's crazy.
He was also a TGK inmate and, like Ling, is charged with murder. The DNA results show inmate number 200147865, Joanne DePaz, is the baby's father.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
Like, why would you do this? Like, imagine this scenario. Like, how did you What did he just do? Put it in the vent and said, anybody grab it? Like, what are we doing? Did y'all organize this thing? I don't even know. Did y'all talking about, how did you organize this? This is just, somebody said we need a reset. We need a reset. Like, I don't get this. This is just ridiculous.
This call is from the Miami-Dade Metro West Detention Center.
So you guys have never physically touched each other?
Never. Like the Virgin Mary.
The big question here is, how did this happen?
Through the vent.
Ling says she and DePaz started talking through AC vents in their cells.
You would knock on it and you can hear the people from the different floors. You would stand on the toilet actually to be able to talk to them.
They say they also passed notes and pictures.
Being in isolation for so long, you begin to spend hours and hours talking to this person, you know, to the point where it's almost as if you're in the same room with them.
Ling and DePaz formed a romantic relationship, and the 23-year-old shared his dream.
I always really wanted to have a baby, and I'm not going to get to do that for a really long time. So if I had to choose somebody, you know, it would be you. And she was like, yeah, we could do that.
DePaz came up with a plan.
I'm not going to lie, it's going to go down in history.
I don't know what my fate is. You kind of don't know what yours. If we're going to go out, might as well just go out with a bang, you know? If it works, it works. But it definitely did.
I'm Pepe. Of course, it's only a Latina can pull this off, because you don't got to get much nut in her to get her pregnant. If she off birth control, she getting pregnant easily.
I told her a way that one of my friends had showed me through the vent, because the vent is like an L shape, really. It drops right into my vent. From her room, she could throw a pen into the vent and it'll land right into my vent.
We had figured out a way to drop the line. It was a line that we had established out of like bedding material.
I put the semen in a saran wrap every day, like 5 times a day for like a month straight.
He would kind of like roll it up almost like a cigarette, and he would attach it to the line that we had in the vent, and I would pull it through. From there, I had placed it inside of it was you know, the yeast infection, the yeast infection applicators. I had placed it inside of there, and then from there, yeah, I administered it.
She says it only took a few tries before she became pregnant.
I was very excited. I was ecstatic about it.
Ling is locked up awaiting trial, charged with second.
Hey, go ahead, Putin. Yeah, we need to hit them first. Can you hit them first? Like, can you, wherever they at, hit them. We need to, yeah. We let too many people live. Thanos, do your job here, Thanos.
You could not live with your own failure.
He said, rate his
Where did
wrist.
that bring you? Back to me.
5 times a day, this ninja just roar. And he putting it in saran wrap. Nut in saran wrap. Okay. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have this woman out here on the Desirable Truth channel. It's been along here. This woman says, if you're another good guy, if you're a good guy, she makes you wait for sex. If you're a bad guy, she lets you smash. All right, so here we go right here. Take a look at this. And of course, you already know what's going on. That's a lot of fupa, and it's a average, below average muskrat. All right, she definitely got the muskrat uniform on. Let's see what she has to say here about this.
How old are you?
I'm 44.
How do you feel about sex on the first night?
I don't care. If I have to do, I do. But if I go through dating with somebody else and I figure out this guy for a relationship, I don't make sex first time.
So wait, if he's a good guy, you'll make him wait. If he's a bad boy, you'll give it up. But isn't that a little bit backwards?
No, if he's good boy, I don't make sex first time. I hold myself. Because I have to go somewhere special with him.
Whereas
I hold.
But you
because
don't.
I have to show him something special, you know.
But if he's a bad boy,
Just for fun.
Because you know he doesn't care about you.
He doesn't care about, I don't care too.
What if the good guy wants it on night one?
They want, but I can't do. I say, hey man, do you want me? Hold more. One more step.
Is it making sense now, gentlemen? Is it making sense now? Remember, men and women are different. And yes, this is happening to a lot of you guys where they might think, oh, you're relationship material. So they make you wait and do all this. But when you out here just doing Alan Roger Curry mode 1,
city boy,
you get the smash. All right, this is when they tell you, if you just want to smash, let me know. Pull up. And that's why. But then the funny thing is in public, they're like, all these guys just want sex. And then what they don't say is all these guys are using me for sex. All right, what she's saying is all these guys just want sex. What she really means is all these guys are just using me for sex. So if she sees you relationship material and you don't apply pressure and you say, bitch, take it or leave it. All right, then she might be like, well, okay, come through. But of course, if you just be like, yeah, I just want to see what happens here. And yes, I like the girl and I like the way you comb your hair. And she like, all right, I'm going to make you wait.
And that's you.
One more step. All right, one more step. She 44 years old talking like this. She 44 years old talking like this. This is cold as hell, man. Listen to this, man. Yo, she said, I hold myself. I don't make it to sex. And look. Take a look at that, Ninja. Wowzer. Look at this build right here. Look at this. And this Ninja's going to Pound Town on this. Trust me, the Duke shoe, all that. All right, they going in there, all of that. And she smelled like a musty chicken. You know she smelled like a musty chicken. Right here. But I make her the sex with you. I don't make her the sex. She's talking Turkish or Italian at the same time. I'm not sure. All right, look at this build. And ladies, never wear brown pants. Hey, gentlemen, you know what? I'm going to bring CGA rule number 480. Never wear brown pants. I don't care what the pants look like. I don't care if they make you look good. Brown pants ain't it. All right, I've never seen anyone look good in brown pants. It is just not something you wear around the torso and the leg area. Certainly not the buttock area. Brown pants make you look absolute like trash. Like, that is not good, man. Brown pants ain't it. All right. All right, but this woman definitely taking up the Duke shoot by ninjas in Miami. This one for sure. And do you got sideburns? Oh, this is a nasty girl right here. Oh, nasty boys be running through this. All right, Al Bundy knew not to wear brown. I mean, Al Bundy used to wear brown pants. That's why his outfits used to look funny. All right, brown pants is trash. All right, here we go right here.
If he's good boy, I don't make sex first time. I hold myself. Because I have to go somewhere special with him.
Whereas
I hold.
But you
because
don't.
I have to show him something special, you know?
But if
what special can you possibly show me? It's please, man, this woman should never talk. Okay. What special can you show me? I have to show him something that's special. No way. Oh, goodness gracious.
If he's a bad boy.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. Just for fun. And they know who the bad boys are. You can't fake it either. You can't fake it. Don't ever think that you can fake the good guy, bad guy. All right, because there's some ninjas that just come out straight out and let them know. And then she'd be like, okay, I taking it under the chin. Okay, you put it on my face. All right, you come in and you put it on in the Duke shoot. All right, there it is right there. All right, okay, you come over right now and you give it to me on the face. All right, that's basically what's happening right here. All right, you can't fake it. You trying to be a good guy and impress this bitch. All right, so you can't fake it. They know who the good guys are. They know who the bad guys. They knew who they gonna give it up to and who they ain't. You can't fake it.
Because you know he doesn't care about you.
He doesn't care about. I don't care too.
I don't care either. I don't care about myself. But then when you with her, she like, I care about myself and who I give myself to. Give it to me on the face. You can give it to me on the face. All right, for sure. In the face. All right, I'll put some on her face. As soon as I finish up, I won't even wait for her to wipe it off. I'm out of there. Skedaddle. And yes, the bad guys wear no condom. They go in raw. All right, they go in rawski. Oh, my goodness. Jesus. Man, this is a disgrace, bruh. Man, we live in an evil world, man. Speaking of evil world. All right. I guess they come in hood now. We got more ninjas in the building. We got a woman white ninja. This hood style. Here we go.
Guys, nice to get my back. So what's up?
I don't want to fight you.
So what's up? Well, me, I said, I'm going to take your wig off.
They're not even paying attention to you.
Yeah, them are. Girls come with me.
Them are?
Exactly.
Oh.
I'm scared. Well,
Oh, she got backup. She got little Latina Chiquitas back there. They ain't ready yet. They ain't hot and ready off the oven. Somebody smashing it, though. But she said, girls come with me.
walk away. Walk away.
Karen's on the loose again.
Come on, girls. Walk away. You scared of what? You walk away or what? You ready to fight, Mom? Ready. Do what's up.
Listen, Karen, you're on the loose again. You need to stop.
Yo, let me hold your purse.
Oh, no.
It's not even funny.
Is she pregnant? I think she pregnant. Who did that shit, man? Who did that?
What the hell? Oh, my God. No way.
Somebody literally cream pied this. Somebody going to jail. All right, somebody going to jail. All right, who cream pied this? This is a disgrace. I think she pregnant or it. She looks like Chucky. All right, she serious too, bruh. She down. If she down, I'm down. All right, but somebody has finished in this woman Roski. All right, come on, man.
So we fail what?
Nah, I'm good. I'll let it.
You good?
I'm good.
You good?
Yes.
My girls.
Oh, she got her girls with her.
Fail what?
I won't comment on the girls because they look like minors, but give it a few years. They'll be ready for CGAs.
Now, if I go up and you wait come here, I will fight you next.
Oh.
So we're fight over what? We'll fight over what? Guys, nice to get my back. So what's up?
I don't want to fight you.
So what's up?
Damn, she got some attitude. Look at this. All right. Oh, my goodness, Ninja. What are we doing?
Oh, the humanity.
All right, this is like a my worst nightmare or a bad dream. She's serious, too.
Me, I said, I'm going to take your wig off.
Take your wig off.
They're not even paying attention to you.
Yeah, them are.
And yeah, them are. Yeah, them are. And there they are right there. These look like twins. They look like they ain't about shit either.
Girls come with me.
Oh.
Exactly.
She giving orders too. All right. She giving orders. Oh, it's evil out here, gentlemen. Protect your neck. And whoever finished in that woman need to go to jail ASAPidly. All right. We got one more. We got the legend Patrice O'Neal. We need to honor the legends right here. We need to honor the legends, Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal has this to say, and he sounds like, yeah, he's taught us a lot. This is one of the godfathers of not the red pill space, but men in general, gone well before his time. This man would be blessing us. Patrice O'Neal would be blessing us with some lessons today. And a lot of us would have to take a back seat. Rest in peace to Patrice. This is him talking about how he views relationships with women.
Men want to be alone, but we don't want to be by ourselves. Does that make sense at all? Meaning, really, we want you somewhere, like in the dwelling, just not here, like just like around the corner, in the vents. You can sit in the vent, I don't care if you want to watch me, but in the on the roof, anywhere, but just not in front of me, trying to be my friend. What you doing? What you doing? Watching baseball? Why you watching baseball by yourself? How come you didn't get me up? You snuck out of bed. Why'd you didn't get me up? I want to watch baseball with you. What you doing? Why you down here by yourself? Move over. Move your leg off that ottoman where it's comfortable so I can sit next to you and wrap my leg around your leg and some weird I love you hot vine. Move over. Give me your arm. Give me your arm. Give it to me. Let me give it. Come here. Give me a kiss. Mean it. Mean the kiss. You love me? Say it. Say it. Mean it. Men want to be alone.
Yeah.
But we don't want to be by ourselves.
Yeah, there it is, ladies. If you want to know right there, the legend himself, Patrice O'Neal. All right. He was ahead of his time. All right. He was ahead of his time. Him, Tom Leykis, ahead of their time. And Mark Rudolph and all of these guys that people in this space claim to be, they're the GOAT, they're the King of Kings, they're the Godfather. Oh, no. These men, Tom Leykis, Mark Rudolph, the people like Patrice O'Neal, even the comedians that have been out here pressing the gas pedal to the metal, but they had to keep it tamed down, right? These men have been ahead of their time. They need to be remembered. They need to be respected in this space. Most of us in our down bad times in the Manosphere learned from these guys. All right, some of our lessons we learned from these guys, or at the very least, we realized we weren't crazy because there were men like him, Paul Elam. We need to give these guys their respect due before we claim that we're the best. Even Tommy Sotomayor was ahead of his time. All right, these guys have been putting in work in the space, giving men lessons. Before you say these are the GOATs, the people that you see in front of us today, before you GOAT these guys, there's some men that have been putting in this work and explaining it for a long time. Shout out to Patrice O'Neal for that bit right there, because it's true. All right, it's true. But he says right here, this is my favorite part. He's like, we want you there, but not next to Corey Holcomb too. Yes, he's been a legend in this space as well. So Corey Holcomb for sure.
Does that make sense at all? Meaning, really, we want you somewhere, like
somewhere, not just near me.
In the dwelling, just not here, just around the corner, in the vents.
Yeah, in the vent somewhere. All right, just be look. What I want to say is just be available to me. All right, I don't need you all on me all the time. All right, just be around, so I can be like, you know what, I can use you right now. Scruff of the neck, throw you on the bed. Come here. All right. All right, I hope my name can be remembered along with these brothers. That is my goal, to one day, 30, 40 years from now, people can say I was in the shadows of these great legends that have been doing this for a long time, demonetized the platform, shadow ban, and some of them, they didn't make it. All right, but I hope I can be mentioned amongst these kings of our space. All right, that's Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Okay, let me get to some super chats. Maybe Henry's giving us an update. Henry, don't end up in jail, sir. Henry, don't end up in jail on the account of that woman. And is she a skinny woman or is she fat? All right, anyway, man. Yeah, I'm trying to I'm trying to carry the torch. I'm trying to carry the torch, pass it on to the next man. That's my job. That's my goal, to at least carry the torch, pass it on to the next man. All right. And the next man can take it from there so I can be remembered. All right. That's my goal. And hold on to my hat as long as I can. Hopefully I don't expire too soon. I don't want to have a gone too soon moment, but I can't control it. Let's get over here to Ko-Fi and see who's contributed to today's show. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to our brother Miles, says, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you're high status, man, he says you get a lot of rewards from women for being high status, but you get punished at the same time, like Hexeth or Gates. It says right here, America is turning red, but it is still culturally blue. No man is safe. Yeah, I mean, look, our interactions with women are always going to put us at a disadvantage. Our interactions with women are always going to put us at a disadvantage. And the way people view sex in our world, just like this main event, they view it as the woman lost. The woman, in order for you to get it, you had to do something wrong. Pay her, take advantage of her, right? You're a predator. We're always assumed as the predator. So Matt Gaetz, Pete Hegseth, they both are going down trying to fight for their lives out there, their political lives, because they had sex, right? And this is the story of many, many men. So women have started wars and brought down kings from that little clam in between their legs. Right, that little clam. And that clam, or even the possibility that you got that clam or how you got that clam is going to dictate the rest of your political life. All right, it is an amazing thing when you think about it, but really because I think the majority of people are sex starved. The majority of people don't know how sex is, they think sex is like an exchange of love, intimacy. People that live in the middle of the country. Oh, you get together and it's an intimate moment in monogamy and Bible thumpers. But these be some of the best, the biggest sexual deviants as well. But yes, man, from the beginning of time to the end, sex will bring down many men, powerful or not. So even when you try to get around it, I'll just pay for it. All right, it's still, now they just pulling out your pay for it resume. All right, he paid her. You're like, what the fuck? So you got to be careful. It is what it is. It's part of the game, and accept the challenge. I know I'm not going to be president, so if somebody brought up my resume, I would be like, okay, all right, for me. But when you're trying to aspire to be in the mainstream world, then you got to play that game. I'm a villain. I'm an anti-hero. So people would expect me to do some shit like that. As long as I'm doing it consensually. That's all I maintain consensually. Shout out to Toe K. That's what it says. Hey, coach, he says, I'm still trying to talk sense into my 48-year-old, 5'7", 271-pound cousin who was hell-bent on marrying a half Brazilian, half Japanese woman who can give him 4 sons. I remember this. He also is an assistant high school basketball coach, making $41K in Alabama. Your take. So he's obviously not in good shape. He's pretty old, and he wants 4 sons. I don't know how he's saying that the woman's going to give him 4 sons. I mean, that sounds bizarre already. You don't know what you're going to get when you have a baby. So how many babies are you going to have until you get the 4 sons? You're 48. You're looking for a half Brazil. Does this woman exist in his life or not? I don't know what part of Alabama he lives in, but 41K might not be able to support this. And you got to think, 4 sons, she's going to be pregnant for something like 7 years. Right here. She's going to be pregnant for 7 years straight, depending on how you space these sons out. And you're going to be, 7 years, you add 7 years on 48, that's 56 into 57. Sounds like you got a lot going on. That's crazy. All right, but he's got to have, and he's in the South in Alabama, so he might have the woman that he's with is probably an exotical, half Brazilian, half Japanese. I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of those running around Birmingham, Alabama. All right, so he probably thinking, oh, this is great. He got an exotical. All right, so I don't know, man. That's absolutely bizarre. That's bizarre as hell. But he's going to have 4 kids, 41,000. He's an assistant basketball coach, a fat one at that. A fat basketball coach, no. All right, they be trying to do drills and shit. All right. They be trying to do drills and show the kids, hey, listen, man, if you're a basketball coach, and you don't know how to do, you don't look like you know how to play, it's going to be hard to coach your team. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible, but when you're showing kids what to do, if you look like you don't know what you're doing, your kid's going to look at you crazy. All right, I don't know. Somebody said she's half Brazilian and half Japanese, but on the phone she sounds like a Mexican. Shout out to her right there. I'll be surprised at what? You can support a family of 4 on 41K? Not even a family of 4, that's a family of 6. On 41,000? All right, but nah, man. Ninjas be like with they fat stomach. All right, so what you do is you jump stop. Ninja gonna blow his knee out trying to demonstrate a drill. All right? Ninja be coming out there and you do this, big no-neck ass ninja. Man, 41K, you're supporting a family of 4? What city is this? Oh, this life's gonna be struggle. All right, who says I'll be surprised? Oh, I ain't surprised at shit. Right? Anyway, no way. I wouldn't even try to support myself on 41K. All right, anyway. He says I could play ball. Man, come on, bro. You been here that long. All right, so I said 41K, I'll be homeless. I can't support myself on 41K. I would have to sell everything. If I went down to 41K, everything's getting sold. It's a blowout. It's a damn rummage sale outside. Right there, immediately. It's a rummage sale. Everything goes. Cars, kids, motherfucking everything going. The house, the roof, the doors on the house, the dog, everything going. All right, there won't be nothing left in this house if I had down to 41K a year. All right, it will be a rummage sale. Guns, everything going. Weight equipment. That's right. I'm going to have to move out the country. Oh, my goodness. All right, man, I'm going to just say, brothers, it would be, yeah, that'll be a mess. All right. Yeah, I might have to sell myself. I hope not. All right, shout out to Blue Baggins, says Joe Biden made... Am I here? Okay, let me see here. Joe Biden made I think there's a word in here that shouldn't be here. I think I'm going to take a word out. Joe Biden passed the gun and crack laws, his reasoning, keeping those predators off the street. Thousands were taken from their family. Hunter Biden gets caught with crack and guns, and Joe Biden allowed that predator to get taken off the streets? Nope, he didn't. All right. Well, Joe Biden, no. He gave him a pass. Man, when y'all realize the Democrats, I know I don't want to make this political, but, you know, the Republicans too. But when you realize the Democrats have been just pure evil, I can't tell you much positive that the Democrats have almost done here ever. Ninja, ever. And I'm going back to Ninja Eisenhower, who he was not one. I'm just saying. They've been doing pure evil amongst the people. The Democrats by themselves, I can isolate them. Now, the Republicans during the George W. Bush, H.W. Bush, them ninjas was roguish. Right? Them ninjas was rogue too. So that's neither here nor there. Nixon. But the Democrats have been evil. I mean, just that, like, what have they done positively for people? All right, anyway, the dictator says she definitely doesn't wash her legs. The thick time. Which one? All right, which one of these women don't wash their legs? Her? Or her? Or her? Or her? Which one of these women don't wash their legs? He says, my black ass is a lie from Democrats. That's a lie. That's a lie. He says, my black ass is a lie from a Democrat. That's a lie. Ninja, I'm alive because of the Republicans. All right, for sure. That's a damn lie. All right, the Democrats, Ninja, would have seen me and love for me to be dead. I mean, everything they've done was deaf and decay to niggas. All right, but anyway. All right, there ain't no damn way you can say I'm alive because of the Democrats. That's a damn lie. All right, anyway, the Democrats would love to see my ass get smoked. And the Republicans too in many cases. So it's very difficult. You get right. All right, anyway, Shout out to our brother Leon Lovelace, coach. He says you will get your flowers for your contributions in the Manosphere when you're 65 plus or you hit the Undertaker. That's sad. All right, that's sad, but it's true. You almost got to die. All right, anyway. Ninjas still think the Democrats is their friends. All right, anyway. All right, brother, you know how many ninjas died under the Democrats' watch? All right, anyway. Look at every Democratic city. Ninjas die a lot under the Democrats. Under early termination of pregnancy, gun laws, jail, prison, all right? The whole cities. Every Democratic city is the most violent city. That's crazy. He said, I'm alive because of the Democrats. Please, bro, that is the goofiest shit I heard today. Right. We at war. You know, all the wars are started by Democrats. World War I, World War II. Like, what? All right, anyway. Shout out to Justin O says, met a 26-year-old flight attendant at a Delta Sky Lounge. She asked if I wanted to crash with her at the hotel my plane was arriving at. He says, Ninja, it took me everything. I had to turn down that deal. Uh-oh, free agent lifestyle for life. Oh. For life. Oh, my goodness. Man, I don't know about that, sir. Sometimes. Yep, the Civil War. He says right here, you cry early terms. I don't even know what he's saying. There's a Democrat operative. A communist is here. He says, what the Reds do once the kids are here. I don't know what this ninja talking about. You see him in the chat. You see him in the chat. World War III Democrats. All right. Let me leave this ninja alone. He said he didn't want to get set up. He want to get set up. Oh, my goodness. Is there a communist in here? There's a communist in here. My goodness gracious. All right. Anyway, said I'm alive here because of the Democrats. Oh, my God. All right. Anyway, that was the wildest shit I heard this week. But I'm glad I was here to hear it. All right. I was here to hear it. All right. Let's see here. Shout out to Scope says, Coach, what impact did Patrice have on you? Well, he wasn't the person that I listened to quite often, but when I did, he made quite a lot of impact related to how he viewed his relationships, right? So he conducted his relationships in a certain way, and it made it palpable for me to understand that there was another way. It didn't have to be the monogamous way, right? It didn't have to be the monogamous way, and that's what happened. You know, a lot of us men are trained and manipulated into being slaves, all right? What's the sister's name? Esther Vilar. We're trained in conditions to believe that monogamy is the only way and we're doing the right thing, even though these relationships don't serve us. It's tough. And so Patrice offered that advice, and he brought humor to tough situations. One of the things that I understand is if I bring humor to this, it makes it palpable, right? We can laugh through the pain. We can laugh through the tears. We can laugh through the hurt. And Patrice made us laugh through the hurt, right? And understand that, oh, maybe we weren't really doing it the right way. And he says, what were your biggest RP moments growing up? I mean, lots of them, you know, we learned a lot. I don't know what to say now. Maybe I can do a show on it and think about it. But yeah, American men. I was watching this woman from Sweden, and she was talking about when American men, foreigners, because she said she dates a lot of foreigners. She said when American men come in, they typically spend a lot of money to try to impress the woman. And she said, but the men in Sweden, it's 50-50 dates. But she also said it's not the man's fault. She said the women, you guys got to realize Sweden is a place where they believe in, like the men and women are equal, right? The court system is equal. Everything's equal. It's 50-50 custody. There's really no, like in the most, like the traditional way. So she says in Sweden, in some places in Europe, when they date, it's 50-50. But when the Americans come in, the men want to take them right to the restaurant, and they want to pay 100%. And so then she's like, she feels uncomfortable about it. She feels uncomfortable about it. So she's like, no, I want to contribute my part. So they kind of want to pay that 50-50 because she says, because we're equal. Yes, the egalitarian, that's the word that I was looking for. They have an egalitarian way they do things. And there's no gynocracy. So they have an egalitarian approach where the women are like, oh, no, I do my part, you do your part. No, it's not. What lawyer girl? It wasn't a lawyer girl. I don't know what lawyer girl you're talking about. It was a girl that was getting interviewed, so I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you talking about the girl from Me. Oh, the red pill moment. But anyway, getting back here. So that's basically what this woman was saying. She was like, no. But she says when foreign Americans come in, and by the way, a guy, Sunshine Shoulders in the Philippines, he says the same thing. My brother Skylar 1MT, he says the same thing is happening in Brazil. What's happening is American men are trained to be providers. American men are trained to pay top price. Because why? It's not because we're simps. It's because of competition. Competition's happening. So we know that this woman has other suitors. So we're always trying to go above and beyond, or we're trying to impress. But this is what they're saying around. If you listen to what people are saying around the world, what's going on is American men are trained to overpay to compete. And if they overpay, then guess what happens? Then we get the girl. But in these other countries, it's abundance. Women are in abundance. And most of the women look alike. They're similar. They're all kind of in shape. There's no kind of above women way up here and then fat women down here, right? There's no like competing to get the girl. You're going to get a girl. There's a plenty of girls. So the men have abundance over there. And if you think in the Philippines, you're taking a woman that makes $9 a motherfucking week right here. And you're coming in and you're dumping way massive amount of money, more money than they've ever seen, would change her life, but then you pedestalize her at the same time. So it's one thing to spend money, but it's another thing to spend money and pedestalize a woman in an area where she ain't shit. Even the men in their area, she ain't shit. She just a regular bitch that he sees on her all the time. But you come over there and you be like, oh, they're fit, feminine, and friendly. And you, boom, overpay. Let's say $9 a day. $9 a day. I mean, we're talking about low-wage people. $9 a day. They don't make a lot of money. Listen, I got a few Filipinos that I deal with. They don't make a lot of money over there. $9 a day. They can eat off $200 a month off of food. $200 a month. Now, this is what's happening because we have this mindset that we've been conditioned. Men pay for dates. Men do this and men do that. This is, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you. When I told you dating stemmed from prostitution, this whole idea that men pay, the only reason men paid in the past, the only reason men paid for dates in the past is because women's income was supplemental. It had nothing to do with men have to do this and women did that. But we carried this on. We carried this mindset on because it conditioned us. They conditioned us to have this mindset to carry that tradition on of traditional dating where the man always pays and takes her out at a restaurant. No. This doesn't even happen. We're almost the only place in the world that does this. Right here. My brother said, I'm in the Philippines. As I type this, he says, do not put these women on a pedestal. Dude, my hat. There's a dude in the Philippines waxing ass right now in the Philippines. And he ain't shit. And he busting down the same broads y'all get off the plane for and simp for. Like, and he been dusting these holes off since they was 14. And he ain't never thinking he gonna work hard enough to change her life. He's never thinking that. That ain't a thought that crossed his mind. that he need to work his ass off to support this woman. That thought never crosses his mind, not one time, because he got an abundance of them little 5'1" Linglings running around the whole town from island to island. He like, there's a whole bunch of these broads. He ain't never thinking that. He ain't never thinking Ricky Tan getting it and I ain't getting it. I'm going to run out of woman, so I got to go ahead and buy and overpay for this. He's never thinking that. That never is a thought in his mind. And that's why, well, the conditions are the way they are. That's why the conditions. Nobody has this sense of hypergamy, and hypergamy makes me work harder. He like, man, but I'm getting my dick wet same way as he getting his, and we work at a hotel. Right? He's just like, I better stack my pesos so I can get a batter Filipina. They all about the same at this particular point. But here in America, we're conditioned differently because, yes, there is a certain level of beauty, and the women are like, well, you got to do this for me. You got to do that. And as a result, though, we do have I'll have to say hypergamy does make people work harder, and it does produce better things. It makes men do better things. So as we talk about how it is in Sweden, egalitarian, high taxes, how it is in the Philippines, how it is in Brazil, in Colombia, but look at their lifestyle. Look at their lifestyle, though. Highly dangerous in one area, the Colombia. High taxes in Sweden. Dirt roads in the Philippines, chickens and shit running across the street, like, right? Obesity, single motherhood, like, you know what I mean? There's rising STIs going on. So you got to have a give and take. Because there is a high competition in America, and classism and beauty is at a premium, it does make things better. The environment is better and safer. And the people that don't have that, you in poverty and your environment is shitty. So there is a give and take. He said there's high taxes here. I mean, do you guys watch all my shows or no? Or y'all just be saying shit? Right here. Y'all just be saying shit. Sweden has a tax rate of 52%. Really 48 to 52%. America is not even close. Although we are double, triple, quadruple taxed up the yin yang. But that's y'all's fault. You allowed that. But our tax rate is not even close to Sweden. Y'all just be saying shit in the comment section. Sweden has amongst what's the highest tax rate in any developed country. What the fuck? All right, please. They work 7 months out of it. 5 months out of the year, they work for the government. They don't get none of that money. Y'all just be saying shit. But if you make, the more money you make, the less of your money you pay in taxes. The less money you make. I always tell you, do not be an average guy. If you choose to be average, you pay more of your money in taxes. The minute you go above average, you pay less of your money in taxes, but you could pay a higher tax rate. In Sweden, there's no choice, right? You're paying 48, 50% of your money to taxes. No choice. So it ain't even close. It ain't even close. We don't pay nothing related even close to what they pay in Sweden. All right, anyway. Yo. We got a good tax system compared to Sweden, but it's not the best. It's kind of shitty. Where are we at here? Did I get everybody? Pause. All right, and yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, shout out to Dr. Beto says, Vivica A. Fox said the biggest thing she learned from dating 50 Cent was let a man be a man. And she's 39 years old at the time. He says most of them learn late. Yeah, because they still look good. Right? They still look good. So they're like, I still look good and I don't have to learn until they have to learn. All right. Anyway. Anyway. Shout out to you, man. 3 the Hard Way says, do you know of any other site besides whatever that are popping off at the JC? The first thing you need to do is join locals. All right. So I don't share that information on here. Where we at? We don't talk about that here. I will give you brushes of JUCO experience and information, but let me just tell you, if you're asking me specifics about the JUCO, this is where you're going to go. Click that right there. Click that right there. That's where we learn. We talk about that openly over there, and it's pay-per-view. New world order. He says right here, I'm starting to get a lot of 30-plus-year-olds in the space looking for relationships while trying to get paid, and it's ruining the landscape a little. He says right here, something like here, I owe and I want money, and the traditional man ass Mitch. All right, shout out to you. Join locals. We show you all of it. We go on Sunday. We tell it how it is. Over here on these airwaves, you see this right now. We got 1,600 people in here. On locals, there's about 150 people live, and there's more people that watch the replay. The reason why we don't tell you here is because a lot of these men cannot handle it. Somebody just said that. These guys, the 1,600 people in here and the 40 women in here, they can't handle it. And it's been proven. They can't handle this conversation maturely. There's a lot of ninja watchers and freebies, a lot of brokies and niggas that ain't gonna never be shit watching me right now. They don't want to be shit, and they don't think they need to pay. So there's plenty of replays over here, and I've proven this by passing this information on for a very small fee. The reason why, and people want to know, why is the price so high? To price out these niggas, right? And nobody over there complains because we don't have a problem over there. When the price was low, it was like $5 a month. Remember that? It was like $5 a month. We was doing the local stream, the JUCO streams. And Mitch ass ninjas was plunking they $5 over there and coming and fucking up the show. Right here. Ninjas was out here. We had haters clipping my stream and putting it on their YouTube channel. And we kept saying, we need to pay. Dude, the people asked for the price to go higher, not me. I didn't put the price higher. They were like, man, you need to raise the price of this. You need to raise the price. And really, the price needs to be raised again. All right, because niggas was coming over there to argue. All right, you just, and what? We not coming over there to argue. We So people asked for the price to be raised the price out the Mitches. And there's all of a sudden 200 more people in the stream. I don't know how that, why is you might look at the numbers going up all of a sudden. All right. All right. But we had to price out the Mitches because there were too many Mitches coming over there and they was messing up the flow and emotional and shocked, and they was going to red pill rage. We had Mac guys, game ninjas coming in, right? And it was like, nah, we need to raise the price. So when people say, coach, you out here grifting, you got to remember my audience that wanted the information asked for the price to go up, to price out the broke Mitches, because they would come fuck the show up. And we couldn't even have a regular discourse because they kept coming over there going crazy. So anyway, right here. He says, I'm a member. I don't even know what the price is. Yep. Shout out to you. And that's because you're in the right place to get it. So remember, we pass that information on to you for people who are there that can handle it. We never get 2,000 people over there. We get a good, comfortable 150 live and probably even more watch it, the replay. All right. Yep, he says, I remember the locals chat asking for the price increase. The conversation during the stream is a lot better because we priced out the weaklings. We priced out the I don't have to pay ninjas. We priced them all out. And now we present valuable information to people who want the information. And the information is valuable. All right, so anyway, we got to get the Mitches and the Gumps out. So for those questions, we actually take it to a private chat. so that we can get these losers out. Get the losers out, get the red pill ragers out, get the Mac out, get all these I don't pay, I give bad bitches, get them out. All right, get them out of there. And look, we've been doing this for well over a year, almost 2 years. Really, we've been doing it about almost 2 years. We got a great group over there. We enjoy it. We pass information around. Every now and then, there's somebody over there that goes crazy. But the game is you got to price people out just to keep the conversation civil. Yep, it's our purge. It's our way to purge the low quality lynchings. And what's going on with YouTube with my numbers? 400 and up, 400 down. All right, look at this guy right here. He says, I'm a locals member. I'm glad you raised the prices. So people are willing to pay the price higher to get rid of the people out of the conversation. And look, they leaving the stream. Right? It was 1,900 people in there. It dropped 500 because they weren't ready. All right, so that's why we have a private group over there. Same thing with the money mindset. This is an exclusive group of people that want the information. That's going to complain. All right, y'all coming over to complain, you wasting your time. You wasting your time. And judging how things are going on YouTube, I need to do more streams over there than over here. At this point, going into 2025, I'm considering it. But YouTube playing with the numbers like crazy. All right, but a lot of other simp-ass ninjas left. Please. He said, raise it 5 more. All right, the price out surge is happening. The Mitch purge. Because ninjas just want to be down bad, right? Just be down bad. Just be down bad. I don't care. But we ain't trying to be down bad for the rest of our lives. All right, but dudes are just want to be down bad. And look, watch the show if you want to. All right, let's get back to this part of the show. It's an evil world we live in. It is. Okay. All right.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, let's see here. It's an evil world we live in. We have, apparently, according to this video, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So we have a traditional Asian woman. And it says right here, I guess the Asian woman is telling him to shut up in front of her mom. Okay, so there's the Ling here seated close to the video, close to the camera. In the distance there, apparently, allegedly, that's the mom in the back. Okay. Yeah, the numbers changing like crazy. I mean, I don't know what YouTube is doing right there. The numbers went up 500, 900, and they back 500. But here it is right here. The woman in the front is the daughter. Back behind her is her biological mother. Apparently, she doesn't like how she talks to her husband. Let's play the video.
Please get a little bit of butter. Can you melt some butter for me?
No.
Maybe some salt and pepper?
No.
That salt and pepper wasn't all that good. What about some scissors? Scissors, I could cut it open easier.
You two annoy. Can you shut up?
Ê, cái sợ ai đi tốt. Con gái con đứa ăn nói vậy. Bởi trong nhà trong cửa không có chuyện sao được.
All right, so if you're not catching up, she says cancel attitude. All right, so this is what we call a condescending Asian. This is what I call a condescending Asian. A condescending Asian woman is an Americanized woman. All right, and so she might look like she fresh off the boat, but she's not. All right, she educated. She definitely assimilated. She has an American name. All right, her name is Nancy Michelle Lee, right? All of that shit. And sometimes they can be super duper condescending in their behavior, right? And they can snap at you and be snippy. They're not like the docile, submissive Asian, although they might act in behavior like that. Sometimes they can be snippy. And so you got a condescending Asian woman here, and mom ain't having it. She says, cancel attitude. I'm going to remember that because I'm using that. All right, I'm using that. She says right here, shut your mouth out here, essentially giving her the silence. She says, you're a woman, know your place. Because of you, the house always has a problem. Yo. Because of you, the house always has a problem. That's what she's telling her. Man, she putting her in her place. Don't ever speak like that again out here, you goofy. You bitch. Yeah, bitch. You need to learn to submit. Talk talk. Oh, man. Hey, Mama-san, Tiger Mom, do not play, bruh. Mama-san, do not play. Tiger Mom will put these women in order. Look how the woman shut up all of a sudden. All right?
Shut up!
I've been telling you for a long time, men have gotten this wrong. It is the woman's job to keep women in place. It is the men's job to keep men in place. You guys are trying to find one woman and then put her in her place. I think that's been false. It is the women that women listen to. You ever notice that when women get in a beef with other women, they get quiet around each other and they start putting each other in their place and they start, right? And it's the women that listen to other women. It's the men that listen to the men. And so now she ain't got nothing to say right here, right? Because they know you need some punani. They know you need some punani. So guess what? You're going to still put up with her shit. But Mama-san is like, no. All right? I don't care about you taking care of me in a nursing home. You going to do it anyway, or I'm going to cut you out the wheel. I'm going to cut you out the wheel. So at the end of the day, yes. All right? Put you in your place.
Video, Mom.
She don't care about no video. Cancel talk. All right, 10 Hut. All right, cancel talk.
Silence, you fool.
Yeah, I don't think Mom cares about the camera. Look at her right here. All right, she looking at it like, Mom, seriously, there's a camera right there. It's a skit. We don't care about skits over here, sir. Cancel talk.
Silence, you fool.
Cancel talk. I love that. Cancel attitude, cancel talk. I'm using that shit out here, man. What we doing out here?
You bitch. You bitch.
Cancel attitude, cancel talk. She lucky she ain't got no pan. All right, no walk or nothing. Yeah, cancel talk. Shut your bitch ass up, she said.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Can I at least get a little bit of butter? Can you melt some butter for me?
No.
And by the way, if this is an Asian guy, them Asian guys be soy boys. Them Asian dudes be pure weaklings, man. Trust me, man. I know these Asian dudes, these Irvine, California couples. All right, trust me, I know them. I've been around Irvine, California for a long time. They both went to school, UC San Diego. They both went to Cal Berkeley. All right, they both went to UCLA. They both got their degree. He a dentist. She got her own business. All right, and them dudes be weak. And white dudes too, that be dating Asian dudes be weak. Tofu, tippy toe ass, soy boy ass ninjas. All right, they let they women run all over them. Low T. Honey, can you and let me tell you, man, Asian women don't like that shit. They don't like it. Now they'll put up with it because, you know, they got to keep up with the Joneses right here. Okay, but you know, they hate weak dudes. They despise them, but they'll use you.
Maybe some salt.
Asian American men, yes.
Salt and pepper?
No.
That salt and pepper wasn't all that good. What about some scissors? Scissors, I could cut it open easier.
You too annoyed. Can you shut up?
Damn. Yep. Uh-oh.
Ê, cancel attitude.
Cancel attitude.
Con gái con đứa ăn nói vậy. Bởi trong nhà trong cửa không có chuyện sao được.
Oh.
Cứ ăn nói vậy hoài. Rồi nhụng nhịn chút đi.
Like that?
Video, Mom.
Cancel talk.
Cancel talk. Oh my.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, now if you're dealing with a Ling, this is what you got to tell them. Cancel talk. All right, they'll snap to it and be like, you know how they do. All right, anyway. Cancel talk, you bitch. All right.
You bitch. You bitch.
I need one of these mama signs in my house. All right, she be trying to put me in shape too. I'll be like, ma'am, don't talk to me like that. Cancel talk. Okay. All right. All right. Anyway, she is not having it. She'd be like, you know what I used to make my kids do? Violin lessons, piano lessons, 2 hours of Kumon. Then they had to do push-ups on their knuckles. They had to learn how to cook. They had to go jogging 5 miles while she rode on the bike next to them. They had to go to Taekwondo practice. All in one day. All in one day. And then the next day they went to school. And school on Saturdays. And night school. And they studied for the ACT in the 5th grade. We got this one right here. It's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, here we go right here. This woman says, POV, breaking up with my girlfriend be like, and it's a Ling Ling. All right, shout out to her right there. It's definitely a Ling Ling. All right, we're going to find out.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, here we go right here.
You want to break up with me? Are you sure? I'm really sad, but I respect your decision. I hope you have the good life and the good future. I really hope the best for you. I'm happy we were together before. I hope you the best.
Oh, no.
Now I got to cut you.
No, this ain't it, man. You know she got something up her sleeve. Said no woman ever. Okay, you know there's the okie doke coming. All right, let's see what happens on this one right here.
Bye.
Oh, no. All right, I need some of that soy sauce. All right, I'm going to take some of that soy sauce right here. Here we go right here. All right, we know there's something up her sleeve here. 5 minutes later. Uh-oh.
Are you serious?
Oh, no.
Huh? Do you lose your mind? Do you actually want to break up with me or are you joking? Huh? Why the do you want to break up with me? Who the want to break up? I'm so pretty. Don't you see me? And don't you see yourself? And you want to break up with me? That's so ridiculous. You're a idiot. You understand? Okay. You want to break up with me?
Oh, man. Yeah, man. I'll tell you, man, never fall for the Ling Ling. They said they's a cunning little thing out there.
I got to cut you.
You might die now. It's time to die. Oh, you think you can break up with me? Okay, I take it. Bye-bye. Ni hao. They come back in with the knife and the poison. I gotta get you. Then she gonna say she gonna jump off a bridge, all of that. Okay, I'll stay with you. All right, yeah, man. You can't trust the Ling Lings, man. They will get your ass every time, man. It's gonna be a mess. She'll chop your ass up with the Ginsu knife. Just feed you to the dogs. Or feed you, dog. I mean, anyway. She need to come see me, too. Come see me. By the way, ninjas, there's way prettier Ling Lings over in Asia. All right, this is just, we didn't get the best batch. Let's continue.
Are you sure? I'm really sad, but I respect your decision. I hope you have the good life and the good future. I really hope the best for you. I'm happy we were together before. I hope you the best. Bye.
I hope you the best, huh? Oh, no. Oh, come back. You can come back.
Are you serious? Huh? Do you lose your mind?
Oh,
do you actually want to break up with me or are you joking? Huh? Why the do you want to break up with me? Who the want to break up? I'm so pretty. Don't you see me? And don't you see yourself? And you want to break up with me? That's so ridiculous. You're
a
idiot.
Oh my goodness. These are right here. He said, this is my weakness. I know, man. Ling Lings are special, aren't they? Meow. I think it's the hair. Is it the hair? I don't know what it is. And they so tiny, I don't know what it is. It's just giving.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Cancel life at this point, yes. And cancel talk. All right, yes. I still want to smash even with this attitude, though. Now her English is good. I'm still smashing when she's angry and sad. Y'all niggas gonna be weak for this. Yes, what happened? All right, you can get it right there. She like, hey.
I like to get dominated.
All right.
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
Is it because they small? Might be the black hair. I don't know what it is. It's one of them. But it might be this.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Yes, I think it's that. All right, anyway. It's Takeout Thursday, so I always tell you, brothers, it's one of those. It's one of those. Look at y'all out here starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
I think it's that. I don't know what it is. All right, but she will get that work.
American people ain't kind of fuck.
I will give her that work. He said her English got better all of a sudden. There's a lot going on. I don't know. They are quite addicting. I'm going to just tell you. And even when they're mad. All right, last one. It's the evil world we live in. Listen to this story, gentlemen. We have a suburban housewife finally coming clean about cheating on her husband and ruining her family. This is going to be a rarity. Okay? This is going to be a rarity right here. This woman right here, and it's because she didn't hit the wall. She's still a good-looking woman, right? But she definitely in her 50s, late 40s. She probably 34 years old. All right, but she definitely in her 50s. You can tell by the neck. And she got a long neck, too. But this woman's going to tell the truth eventually tell the truth that probably is about 10 years too late about how she ruined her family and her marriage. All right, here we go right here. Let's see if she'll come clean.
Something you regret not saying to someone.
Sorry, I cheated on you? I did, and it didn't feel good, and I wouldn't do it again. I really hurt his feelings, and it was super selfish.
If you can go back in time, what would you have said?
I just wouldn't have done it, because I didn't end up with that person. I wouldn't have stayed with the other person either. I just would have done it the right way. I call that other person my getaway car. I could have just gotten away by like my 2 feet.
Why do you think you did it?
I didn't have the courage and the fortitude that I have now, and I didn't know myself that well, and I was scared. I thought there was something better out there, and I wasn't ready to leap until I had the other thing, the getaway car.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned?
You have to do the work in therapy. You have to understand what, things are your triggers and what upsets you so that you can then not hurt other people.
From your experience, if you can give an advice, what would it be?
Your journey is important, and so I can't really tell you what to do, but do the work because it helps, and then you hurt less people because hurt people hurt people.
Can I have your name and where you're from?
Whitney, New York.
Whitney. All right, shout out to Whitney from New York.
I'm not going to say what race,
right.
what people.
Now,
we
listen,
know I can't say that.
Why does she regret it? Why does she regret it? All right, we got to realize and break down why she regrets it. And probably 30 years ago, she probably was a badass flatback, hair down to the middle of her back. All right, because she's still an attractive 50-year-old woman right now. But why does she regret it? It's pretty simple. Number one, the kids are adults, so she doesn't have control. Number two, alimony probably ran out. Number three, monkey branch failed. Number four, husband probably doing bigger and better things, right? He probably married another woman. He has another family, and now she's still single. She ended up empty-handed. That's why she regrets it now. Now, she probably dated and fucked and did all of these things. We know this. But she probably knows now, yep, she's old and invisible. She ain't bad. She don't get to just pick what she wants anymore. She certainly can get dusted off by whoever but she still has bigger goals and aspirations and dreams. He probably done moved on, started another family, or he's a free agent and he living a life, and all she got is an apartment in New York. So in the long run, she just said the grass ain't greener. In the long run, she lost. And she like, look, I can be kept. And she probably, look, I'm going to tell you another thing. She probably still works. She probably has a job. She probably has to grind it out, paycheck to paycheck. Right? She got a nice little, probably a severance package from the husband. He paid her off. She probably spent all the money. It's gone. Now she spends holidays alone where the kids go to the father's house in the Hamptons, and she's still sitting at the house in Stony Brook. She's still living in an apartment, right? That's what happened. Now, she probably is fine. She probably makes a good income at her job, but she got to go and grind that shit out for the next 20 years. Meanwhile, he probably bigged up on Bitcoin. He probably bigged up on real estate. He moved on, started another family. Them kids are living the life. They probably got a motherfucking vacation home in the Hamptons or something like that, Martha's Vineyard. All right, they got a vacation house in the Poconos, right? And she got none of that. She got none of that. All right. All she is now grinding that shit out and living it, and the fun times are over. Right. But 20 years ago, 15 years ago, she was like, you can't tell me nothing. And now she dating, catching herpes and all kind of shit. Yep. Now she ninja meat now. Now she getting a lot of black guys, young black guys to come pipe. And then when they leave, she lonely at the bottom of a bowl of Rocky Road, drinking box wine with cats running around her. Now, she probably living a decent life, though. He says she has Mr. Finkel's the cat, 2 of them. Yep. But meanwhile, he got winners in Vail, winners in Aspen, winners over there in and he out there got summers and springs in Idaho. Dude chilling. And she's sitting over there grinding that shit out, bruh. But Ninjas is coming, piping down, grabbing her throat, choking her. Because I would definitely get that neck. All right, I would definitely get that neck. She looked pretty good for it, so she ain't got no problems. She just don't have any long-term lovers. She don't got no long-term relationships. She probably hasn't had successful long-term relationships for a minute. But she see her kids when it's Christmas, they come see mom. All right, mom, here's your gift. We're going to dad's in the Hamptons. Because he got this and that, and we're going to go see our brother and our siblings and our half-siblings. We're going to Europe. All right, we going to Spain. We going to a safari in Mozambique. And that bitch still going to work in New York City. Right here. Right? And he done moved on. That's why she feels it. That's why she feeling it. She feeling the pain because I'm pretty sure she married good. She probably married real well. And now she looking at it going, damn. And she done went to therapy, and her therapist, this is what her therapist said. You need to write a letter to him and say you fucked up. And she probably had to write a letter, fighting back the tears, holding back the years. All right, she probably was fighting tears, and he probably took that letter and burned it because he got a nice younger piece, probably a 10-year, 15-year-old younger flatback. All right, that's way better than her. All right, and that plays the role. They got pictures looking like they in Vineyard Vines. And she got a couple of pieces of dick from some dude in the bar. Right here. From some dude in the bar. Some dude that pumped and dumped her. Let me see here. Meanwhile, I did find a picture of the dude. I found a picture of the dude. This is new family right here. This is new family as they going on vacation in the Hamptons and shit. This the Christmas card she get from her ex-husband or her ex-hubby. All right, and the new bitch right there. And look at him. And he got new kids. He ain't giving a fuck. Why she got piped down by a bartender or a bouncer. And now she regret it. Look at this nigga smiling and grinning ear for ear right there. Niggas always gotta show they teeth. That's the Ninja New family right there. And her older kids be in the picture too. They be like, all right, hold on for a second, kids. All right, let me take a picture with just our new family. And then they take a picture with the kids she fucked up with. All right, y'all can come in, get your little pants on and shit. So shout out to her right here expressing her what do you call it? Her regret. And she got to live this out for the next. This is it. This is it. There's no more marriages coming. There's no more opportunities. There's no more rich men. There's no more vacations for free. Everything she do, she got to pay for. Even the men she date, she got to pay 50-50. All right, anyway. Oh, Lord.
What is something you regret not saying to someone?
Sorry, I cheated on you? I did.
Yep, sorry. And this woman used to do lines of coca over there in Studio 54 and shit.
And it didn't feel good, and I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, her kids are older. They don't even be in the family picture. All right, they don't be in this picture right here. Where's this picture? Oh, where did it go? Oh, they're not even in this picture. These are their kids. That's the new wife's kids. All right, her kids in the back and shit. All right, well, you can get in the picture, but this is the real family right here. Her kids are on the other side waiting to get into the second picture. Right? That's the new family. And they go to private school, Montessori. They got college fund. They going to prep school. Her kids ended up at public school PS 157. That's where her kids got it. Right here. Because she divorced and then took the alimony. All right, no private school for them. They ended up going to Rutgers. They end up going to the state school. They got student loan debt.
I really hurt his feelings, and it was super selfish.
If you can go back in time, what would you have said?
I just wouldn't have done it because I didn't end up with that person.
I didn't even end up with that person. I didn't end up with that person that I cheated with, but she thought she would go into. She thought she monkey branched. She tried to upgrade and got. All right. And now she like, gotcha, bitch. Damn, I regret it. So does she regret cheating? No, she regrets the result. She regrets the result. She didn't get the result she thought. And she's laughing, but that's pain.
I wouldn't have stayed with the other person either. I just would have done it the right way.
I would have done it the right way. What's the right way?
Call that other person my getaway car. I could have just gotten away by like my 2 feet.
All right. And so what she said, I see what it is. She's like right here. She used that as a catalyst to leave. That was the catalyst to leave. All right. And so she used the other person to cheat to get the leave right there.
Why do you think you did it?
I didn't have the courage and the fortitude that I have now, and I didn't know myself that well.
All right. And so women typically learn, and this is a talking point that has been in this space for quite a long time. I didn't come up with this, but when women's sexual marketplace value plummets, they tend to have a different perspective of life. Now, they call this maturity and accepting the skin that they're in, but what it is their value has decreased, and now they have to think. They get to think. But they reach this point at different stages of their lives. Some women are just ugly ducklings and late bloomers, so they have to mature faster, and they might get there quicker. Some women are early bloomers. And so from 13, 14, they bloom, and then they get all this sexual attention, so they don't have to think. They're on autopilot until they have this reality check. Now, people are going to say she's still attractive. In the market she's in with old white men that work in Wall Street and marry and got vacation homes, she at the bottom of the barrel. Now, for me and you, she would be like, oh, I think I can make something out of that. For men, titans of industries, masters of the universe, she at the bottom of the barrel. They don't marry women like this unless they're on their third divorce. So it's a wrap for her in terms of she could walk down New York City street and be invisible. Invisible. She's done. She cooked. As far as men that are at the peak of their industry, she cooked. All right. So now that she's invisible to an extent, except for low-hanging fruit ninjas, she got to think about it. And she's like, oh, shit, now that I think about it. So when women bloom early, and then it might not hit them until 40, 50, 60. When that relationship, when that opportunities hit the wall. Now, we had the one woman on here yesterday. She goes by Lisa Ray. She's still delusional. She's still out here talking about, I need somebody rich, powerful, and still out here with delusion. So some women get it, some women don't. But sometimes it takes a car wreck. Sometimes it takes them to, oh, shit. Because 30 years ago, she probably had it. Today, nah. It's a struggle for her, for sure. And now she has retrospect and introspection and shit like this.
And I was scared. I thought there was something better out there. And
I thought there was something better out there. Why? Because she still had marketplace value, if you will. Just taking a regular talking point. Right here. She thought there was I still got it. I'm 32. I can still do what I want out here. Men want me, and boom. And I can just jump on out here, and I could get another guy at your level if I want to. That's what she thought. That's what she thought. But reality check, now you're 54. instead of 34. Those opportunities long gone. Hypergamy almost always works to their disadvantage. In fact, when you find that women, you know, we're on the low rung, so hypergamy works against us. But once you start rising up, hypergamy works against the women. So they use it, and what'll happen is they'll get an easy layup, right? Let me show you. This guy right here will pedestalize the shit out of her. Like he's pedalizing his second wife. He'll get her, and we know her ex-husband's married again. He's not a free agent. He's the marrying type. But what'll happen is he'll get with her when he's kind of climbing up the ladder. And she's already up there in marketplace value at 24, 25. So he'll pedestalize her, like we talked about earlier. And so she'll think, I could get another one of these. This is easy. There's all these simps. I get all these rich guys, princes of countries, the Prince Andrews and shit. She's like, I got you easy. I can replace you easy. That's what she thought. And then reality check. Hypergamy always is something that works against them, if you will, if we use that as a talking point. Then now reality checks. You can't get millionaire ninjas like that no more. You can't get princes of Zamunda. And Prince Andrew ain't checking for you. And Prince Charles and Prince Williams, they're married up. They ain't checking for you no more. And the new princes, their kids ain't checking for you. Right? So now what?
I wasn't ready to leap until I had the other thing, the getaway car.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned?
You have to do the work in therapy. You have to understand what, things are your triggers and what upsets you so that you can then not hurt other people.
Yeah, there it is right there. So, so she had an attitude, misattitude. And so I got triggered. I pop off at the mouth. I'll go get another one of you. And she found one. She got pumped and dumped. And now she out here on her own. Why did I leave this way on my own? She having Thanksgiving dinner by herself. Now, again, for me, I know we celebrate this and it seems like a celebration, but for you, all right, for you, you got bigger and better fish to fry as you start rising up, and men rise late. Sadly, a sad thing about men and women is that we'll never understand. The people that understand this, you'll do fine. The people that never accept this is that men rise later in life, and that is how it's always been. Some men never rise at all. Pause. But when women are at their peak attraction, they can get more men. Men are not complete yet. Some men are ahead of others. Some men are way behind. But the race to get to where men are going to be at their peak, it ain't even really, you can't even tell yet. You can't tell who the winners or the losers are. In real time, you can. Like, there's some men that get out of the blocks early, but a lot of those guys lose it. They'll go broke 1, 2, or 3 times, or they'll party out, they'll crank out, they'll go to jail, they'll get caught, they'll scam, they'll lose it all because they don't really appreciate it. So they'll be out of the gate. Then there's guys out here, late bloomers, way back here. But women are like 25, 26 saying, why can't these men get their shit together? Well, men don't really get it going, and the work don't really start looking like most men. It don't hit until 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And they'll make decisions, life-changing decisions on where you are at 28, where you are at 32. And they'll be like, I can't do anything to change this. This is just how it works. And where you are at 32, they'll be like, I'm off. And then they'll turn you over when all they had to do was ride it out another 5 years and you would have hit. They would have been right there with it. And they could have helped you get there a little sooner, but they were just working against you the whole time and wondering and then they'll go jump to a guy that already got it. And then he'll pump and dump her, and then she'll end up like this. Merp. I mean, this is how it works. So women are like, hey, I look good. Why don't I have men that have their shit together? Well, it is what it is. Men don't really get it together until after 30. Mostly, sadly enough, ladies, really, to be honest, 50. If I really want to give you the real number, it's 50. Men don't have the complete mission until they're about 50. Like, that's when they can look and go, I made it, 50. Right? 50 to 65 is the peak earning years of men. Now, I want young men to understand this too, because you will say, I want to get it faster, and more power to you. I hope you do, but still you don't have the experience, so it could be a loss. But 50 is really when the guy becomes who he is, and he then rises. If he ain't down bad and in drugs or jail or whatever, it's really about 50 to where it all comes together. Black men, it could be later than that, earlier than that, but really for men, it's right there, like at that 50. That 50 to 65 is the big part of where men just finally crush it. And they in the zone, and they locked in, and things start working, and they just... But when you're like 18, 19 as a man, let me tell you, young men, because I was at the gym and I was watching these young dudes and I was listening to a conversation. He was like, I'm 19 and this and that. And I was just looking at the guy and I was thinking about myself at his age. And I'm like, guys, y'all don't know. Y'all ain't there yet. Unfortunately for young men, you ain't even there yet. And he wasn't acting like he was there, but I was just looking at him and I was like, that young brother don't have a fucking clue. He got 20 more years to go. Right here. He got 20 more years to go of just putting it together. Now, he might get a girl along the end, and hopefully he gets one that don't throw him off track. But I'm looking at dude, and I'm like, he don't even realize that a lot of his struggles and his pain is going to come from he ain't there yet. You ain't even started your journey. You ain't even you barely packing your bags, bruh. Right? You ain't even close, man. You got 20 more years of grinding, nigga. You about to be doing this for a minute, and you're going to go through pain, strife, misunderstanding, and whatnot. I'm sorry, sir. Yep, you still wet behind the ears, sir. And I was like, damn. Because I was 19. I remember I was 19. Shit. You think you know it all, and you think women should be this and that. You got about 20 more years, maybe 15 years of struggle left till you get to where you're at. Real talk, man. Some men get ahead of the game, and more power to you. But the data shows us men, their prime years of earning is what we're measured by in America. Our prime years are 50 to 65. That's where the money is made. That's where our success finally comes together. 50 to 65. And if your best years, by the time you get to 50, because there a guy be like, nah, coach. If your best years, when you hit 50s, if your best years were in your 20s, you fucked up somewhere. You got to think, because there's a guy like, I want my best year. I want it early. I want to get it now. But what is if your best years are in your 20s and you hit 50, you made a wrong turn. Because that tells me you peaked early and it's downhill from there. Right? It went downhill. If you look at when you arrive at 50s and your best years are in your 20s, you fucked up in life. You need to really consider how you fucked up. All right? Because it shouldn't be that. You should be having them best years towards the end. All right, this is a fact. So you don't want to be bragging in your 50s about what you was doing in your 20s. It was lit. Oh, you fucked up now. All right, because it's a whole dirty grind from 50 to 65. It's going to be some long, miserable years from there. All right. Yep, ain't nothing worse than being old and broke, because then it's really a wrap for you. All right, it's really a wrap. So shout out for you for that talk. Let me get to the super chats. We got the main event right here coming around the corner. All right. And I'm not saying this because I'm there, but let me just tell you, young men, when you're in your 20s and 30s, it's tough. It ain't easy, man. It ain't easy. And it's not supposed to be. Shout out to Dr. Beto talking about Vivica A. Fox, talking about the biggest thing she learned from dating 50 Cent was let a man be a man. Shout out to Al Simmons or Simons. Says, men in the U.S., you are like Thor out here to most women in other countries. Get money and travel. Let them know. As we always say, you're the richest men in the world here, and you make $50,000 a year. In the rest of the world, you're rich. Trust me, I've traveled to 15 countries, landed on several continents, and I'm going to more. I'm hitting another country here in another few weeks. You don't realize who you are here because it's tougher here. And you're like, you know, we always joke about 40K, 50K, we broke here in America. But a part of my book, The Free Agent Lifestyle, is you must travel. You're going to realize where you stand when you travel. You're going to realize where things are, and you should come back and appreciate where you are here in America. But yes, you're absolutely right, Al. The best thing about men that, yeah, he said not in Dubai. Just don't go to Dubai. I'm not, yeah, anyway, I got my issues about Dubai. But this is what men in the military have experienced. Like this whole passport, bro, this is the military men. Military men have figured out what it took us another 20, 30 years to figure out about Asia and Germany and shit like that. Men in the military done been there and ran through them. Right, already they done been over there and done what they did on military money and R&R. You know, grandpappy, some of y'all's fathers, they done went over there and they done had they fun, all of that shit.
What kind of fuck you give me?
And when you go to these other countries, whatever you see of that here, the women here are not the best looking women of that group. So if you like Russian women and you like Russian women and you live here and you see Russian women in America, those aren't the best Russian women. The best don't always make it out. When you go over there and it's nothing but Russian women, you're going to be like, damn, these women are beautiful. Why? Because the Russian women you have are just a small percentage of them that made it out. Same thing with Nigerian women. Same thing with Kenyan women, African women, East African women. The little few women, Middle Eastern women, the few women you see in America aren't the best women that made it out. They were just those women that made it out. When you go to Germany, you're going to see some real German women. And you're like, God damn. Right? But your grandfather, great-grandfather, and your father who served in the military, they've been already over there. They already done learned all of the stuff that we now learn in terms of being a passport, bro. It been like that for a long time. It been like that for a long time. So the key to it is you men travel, please. Please travel. All right, Rare Cuisine says there's a video going viral in a card game space. An OG Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTuber got divorced over his hobby. His wife convinced him to quit the game and sell his channel to get a real job just to end up getting divorced. It was like the Marriage Wheel 101. Hope you have time to watch it. I actually saw it in the video. I was going to share the story, but it's not a good video to show. It's a long story to make a long story short as video. But yes, there's a lot of life lessons to talk about. There's not really a place in the video that I can show to make it make sense. It's almost like a 19-minute video, so it's a long-ass story. And the guy, you know, normally if I show a long video, it's going to be a female. Nobody going to listen to no nigga talk for 19 minutes. So, but anyway, yeah, he basically was trying to keep the girl. She said, go get a real job, quit your YouTube channel. He basically was a streamer. He has a large channel too. He has a large channel, and but the channel is old. It's like he was making videos and going viral about 11 years ago. All right, but the problem here is he listened to the woman and said, if you get a real job and quit your hobby, you know, you're not making. He was making more money doing YouTube. But of course, these women get with you and they say, you know, go get a real job, quit that stuff. That hobby is weak. And he quit it and to make the marriage work, and he still got divorced. So that's the key point to it. He made the change and still got divorced. That's That's the key point. Not making the change is that he made the change, thought it would work out, and he ended up getting divorced no matter what. So then you look back and look at, oh, I could have just stayed doing Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the difference. He could have just stayed doing what he was doing and he would have been good. But instead, he made the change for the woman, thinking it would be for the better. And it ended up not working for him. And now he lost everything. So now he's got to get his channel back going 10 years later. All right. Anyway, Bob says, if you want to be average, you better go to Europe or a European country like France. He says life is more beneficial for the average guy and you pay less taxes than in the U.S. But if you go beyond 125K to 150K, you start to pay for everybody through taxes. So yeah, the tax conversation is definitely more nuanced than I gave it earlier, but yes. Now, here's the one thing that I would add to this particular conversation, because it is a very complex conversation in terms of who pays more taxes. You're going to pay more taxes, but the taxes don't benefit you. It goes to the losers of society in America. In Europe, it certainly probably doesn't work as much like that. Like, there's not a great welfare state. It goes to basically, I'm going to be honest, if you pay high taxes in Europe, it goes to the top 2% of people in Europe. They basically steal your money. Now, our money gets stolen, but it goes to the losers, to the welfare state. So there's a great conversation. And I will add one more thing. Europe, when you're over there, if you choose to be average, listen to me, you stay average forever. In America, you can choose to be average, but then you can wriggle out of it if you wake up. So that is where the conversation gets very complex. Europe has a way higher tax structure, but the problem is you'll pay it whether you're average or not, and you gonna stay motherfucking average forever. You ain't never gonna hover up out of there. You stuck there, bruh. You're stuck. Right? You don't then go, oh, let me wake up and be an entrepreneur. He says, I live in Greece part-time. I'm wrong about the taxes. Look, there's how many European countries are there? There's many. There's many European countries. I already covered this. You said you live in Greece. That's one part of Europe. That's like saying I live in Texas versus California. In Texas, there's no state income tax. In California, there is. So in the same country, it's different. You understand what I'm saying? I know you guys are telling me, and now you're throwing in Greece. That's a completely different country than Sweden. These are two different countries, two different locations. We have to understand that the conversation is nuanced. Chill the fuck out. Chill out. I'm overwhelmingly right. When you look at percentages, it's higher in certain countries in Europe. Flat. And I've been there. Come on, guys. Stop. Greece barely stayed alive economically. Just chill the fuck out. Stop taking things y'all want to argue. I'm generally right. But here's the deal. You're not rising up in a European country, and most of them, economically. You're not rising up. He said Greece economy collapsed not that long ago. In America, it hasn't. I mean, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Just chill out. We're saying very, very, very generally, it's true. We don't pay nowhere near what they're paying in Europe, in a sense. But if you live in Florida, if you live in California, you would disagree. In California, you're paying state tax and federal. In Texas, not so much. In Florida, not so much. In New York, yes, tax rates are higher. You see what I'm saying to these guys here? These guys want to make a point and just pick out little countries. I'm in Greece, so it's different. Okay. I mean, come on, guys. Everybody knows what we're talking about. We don't have time to break this shit down and go from country to country in Europe and say it's different. All I know is these niggas paying $10 a gallon for gas. We're not paying $10 in gallons for gas. 80% of the gallons of gas that y'all sell, it literally goes to the top percent of people, not the bottom. In America, it doesn't work that way. Kinda. In Serbia, coach, you're wrong, because in Serbia, oh my Lord Jesus, everybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't know why y'all trying to complicate this, but let me just say this. Here's the basis, and nobody can deny this. If you're in a Western European country and you choose to be average, you're going to stay average forever. Forever. There's no getting around that. Right? Am I right about that? In America, you can say, I'm cool being average. 5 years later, you can say the hell with being average. And you literally will rise. You literally could rise up to the top 20% in income in 3 years. Am I right about that? I don't care about the taxes. Most of these European countries are either democratically socialist or communist, or coming out of communism in the last 10 years. This cannot be disputed. Right? Especially the Eastern European countries. Y'all coming out of barely surviving communism 20 years ago. Y'all was under lockdown from the Soviet motherfucking Union. And 40 years before that, HITLER was on your neck. So what are we talking about? Listen. I mean, it's simple. Just keep it simple, guys. Don't be pulling out these obscure countries and then judging what I'm saying on tax rates, because it could be a completely different experience. I've been to Europe. I've been to how many European countries? 8? It's generally that particular way. If you start off average, you're stuck being average forever. There's no wriggling out of it. There's no entrepreneur that's just going to punch you up to the next top 20% of people. In America, it's different. It's different. Right? Anyway. Yep, you can be. The Soviet Union was on Slovenia's neck and Slovakia's neck. And he talking about it's different in Slovakia. Okay. How about those wars that y'all got to go through right on your land, getting blown up every 20 years? Like in Europe, y'all get blown up. Like, look, in Europe, y'all wake up like this. In Europe, y'all got Putin, Mussolini, Hitler, ninja. Y'all wake up, somebody trying to fuck y'all over every 20 years, ninja. Somebody gonna blow y'all up. Y'all wake up like this every 20 years, like. Millions and millions of people die just because one madman go crazy in Europe. Y'all hear planes in Europe and be like, oh, here it is. Nuke time, Stalin. Good morning. Hide from bombs. We got a madman on the loose, and he's invading Poland tomorrow. And he'll be in the UK in 2 years. Ninja, right here. These European ninjas talking shit. When you wake up like this, every generation, y'all got a plan for the motherfucking madman. Jesus. All right, somebody going crazy and wants to invade and change the whole map. All right, somebody's changing the map again. All right, you got people going from the left to the right, right to the left, sweeping up all y'all shit every 10 years. Napoleon. Yeah. Jesus. And we arguing over taxes. Right, in America, we don't have that. We don't have that. Look, don't get me started. Y'all can't even trust going on a train in some of y'all cities because y'all might get smoked out at any moment. All right, anyway. All right, anyway, look. He said this happened, and people want to deny that. We got it going on right now. World War III starting on y'all turf again. New world order. Now y'all gotta have to back up all your shit. What kind of where your taxes going through so somebody can come over there and blow y'all shit up? All right, stop. Why y'all European? Why y'all arguing about me, bruh? All right, anyway. Look. He said we got the cartels. All right, shout out to y'all. Do you understand the conversation? Let's keep it simple. Big Joker said, Big Joker ATL. Shout out to the locals crew. Shout out to Kofich and the other fellas that showed support on my YouTube sub. Shout out to everybody on Big Joker ATL's YouTube channel. All right. 3 the hard way says, wow, didn't realize how many men couldn't take the information like that. That's crazy how they left you. He says, you would think that most men would be happy you're dropping gems like the earlier show. The game was heavy. I agree. Tell a chick once, then disappear. Let her find out and figure out her own closure. I'm telling you here, in this space, most men can't handle truth. This space has been hurting, not because of women. If you notice, most of the reaction videos in our space that are anti what you would call the manosphere are men. This is uncontested. Look at anybody that reacts to Fresh and Fit, males. Anybody that reacts to anybody reacted to anybody in this space in the red pill, men. Men. It's not women. Now, women might push the report button a couple times. It's men overwhelmingly that are the haters of other men in this space or outside of this space. Anti-red pill, pro-red pill, even in the space. MGTOW, red pill, dating coaches. Blah, 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 blah. It's the men. And most men watch me hate watching. Content creators watching me, just ripping me off at every turn. They never be in here. You ever look, I want you to watch of the popular content creators. They almost never say my name. I mean, it is almost like, to me, I mean, listen, some people shout me out. But when they start shouting people out and calling people names and legends and showing and reviewing videos, I'm almost never shown in their type of content. Never mentioned, never shown. When they start talking about the top 5 and 10, it's never me. Now, the numbers say otherwise. The numbers say otherwise. When they go live, I don't care if they got 1 million subs or 100,000. I'm beating them every day. On a daily basis. If they fired up a live, they can barely get 1,000 people. They can barely get 1,000 people. I'm live every day, 2,500, 3,000. I'm here at night, 1,500. Putting in work. You know they got to see it because they come on their YouTube and look, there goes CGA with 2.5K. They're watching. They never in the chat. They never super chat. They never in the chat with their official page. And then guess what? Soon as I show up, soon as the show closes up, they drop a video of the exact same shit that I just talked about in my morning stream. Now, there's a coincidence. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. But I notice it right here. I notice it. I'm like, man, that's interesting like a motherfucker. They start naming everybody. Oh, shout out to this person. Shout out to that. I'm always left off the list. I'm always left off the list. I don't care which one of it, which segment, which group of people. My numbers are beating them, killing them. But when it's time to come out, they be like, I'm always left off the fucking list. I don't know what it is, but it's what it is. All right? It's what it is. And it's been that way since forever. But they use my jargon. They start saying this, and they slip up and say it. They slip up and say it. Say exactly what I'm saying. They'll title the video saying shit that I said. Now, with that being said, the point I was making is, in this space or in around YouTube, men are competitive because most of the best YouTube creators are men. 70-80% of the YouTube creators that are doing it and monetized are men. The women that are monetized, they got men running the channel in the background. Trust me, I've done the research on this. The top women got men running it, or they're half naked, right? Or they're half naked. But they got men editing, men with the camera, men with the whole thing, the operation back. They just put the makeup on and they jump on the screen. And then they get male editors and male people to push their shit up. And they get the view farms and the bot farms and they get all that shit. But this is primarily men in YouTube. 70% men. 70% men. With that being said, much of the people that watch me are men that don't want to do anything that I want to talk about. They're highly contesting everything that I say. They're critical. They're hating. They want to watch me fail. They're waiting for me to mess up, and so forth and so on. Now, the reason why you would think most men watching me would want to be on, would want to take my advice. The reality is small percentages, only small percentages of men are actually going to do it. The rest of them want to be crying and bitching and complaining and whatever. Right here. This is a matter of fact. So if that's what you're wondering, why when I start talking about certain things, the men leave, that segment of men don't want nothing to do with anything I'm talking about. But don't think I don't notice that. But not many YouTubers in this space, men with subs up to millions, can get the numbers I get on a daily basis. Not many people are doing it. Dude, there's big channels, small channels. I'm beating them out, blowing them out the water. Okay? There's some dudes that are smaller than me doing better than me. I know that. But then when it comes to start naming names, I'm always off the list. They act like I don't fucking exist. They never react to me. None of this shit. So it's what I call this is, what it is people have their cliques. It's like high school in this space. So I don't really fuck with anybody like that, so they never mention me. But they all got their cliques, and there are people that they're going to grow with and all their little segments, and I'm in none of those groups. I'm not in the red group and this group. I'm not in any of these groups. So they all kind of got together and segmented it off, and they're going to promote only their friends, and I'm off by myself. But they can't beat my numbers at the end of the day. So when I have this demonetization shit going on, it's because I'm not a part of the little groups. I'm not a part of the player, the Mac guys. I'm not a part of the red zone guys. I'm not a part of the MGTOWs. I'm not a part of the Black Manosphere. I'm not a part of any of these groups. It's just me right here. It's just me. I'm just doing my show. I don't have any of these people behind. I'm not part of the Kevin Samuels, Black. We're going to get everybody together. I'm not part of the Purple Pill group. So when it's time to start naming people, they start getting amnesia. Who, when, where? But then when I start looking at their videos and their titles, I'm like, yep. There it is. I'm not part of the Fresh and Fit. I'm not part of the Rational Male group. I'm not a part of any of these segments. These segmented groups that all just going to help each other. I'm just by myself. And that's why it is what it is. Bald ninjas in cars. I'm not in any of these ninjas, but I'm a bald ninja in the car too. But yeah, I'm not a part of their little group, so they just ignore me. They just ignore me and hope I go away. But then they watching though. They fucking watching. Main event. They watching the show. Trust me, they signed into their alt account and they watching. All right. So anyway, or if they ain't not watching the show, they watching them numbers. I guarantee you every time they wake up in the morning, Every time they wake up in the morning, they checking the numbers and they going, God damn, how this nigga got 3,000 people in here? Dude, it's you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. Them niggas go sign into their YouTube. And they got large channels with 12 people watching their ass. And they see my monkey ass on the fucking screen. And you know they be like, fuck. Why the hell he got 3,000? What he talking about now? Yeah. You know they signed into their front page like, oh, shit. He got 2,000 at night. How the fuck? He been streaming for 8 hours. You know they be, but guess what? They get amnesia when it's time to bring up who CGA is. But them niggas got 800,000 subscribers, 950 people in here. All right. 900. Now make that make sense. I will tell you the secret about it. Anyway. All right. Look, they leaving the show. All right, look, main event. Let's touch on it real quick. Let's get the buzzer going here. Neo says monogamy, it doesn't suit him. There he is right there. He says, I'm coming out of the closet. I'm living my truth. Now, normally when they say that, we talking about some reading rainbow shit. All right. Normally when you hear that, we're talking about reading rainbow. All right, so I will give it to him that I am absolutely flabbergasted, although I do appreciate Neo's music. He is a Libra. He is a Libra as well, so I understand. I'm surprised he didn't tip on out the closet, but what he said was he's living his truth now, and he admits monogamy is not for him. I don't have to lie anymore. All right, so we're reaching a new scale. We're reaching a new Libra scale here where people are coming out and saying they're non-monogamous. All right. And so he was on a YouTube series called Lemon Drop. And he's 45 years old. He does have children by multiple women. He does have a really devastating story of a young man learning. I think he married a woman and he found out the kids wasn't his and he ended up staying married. I can't remember the story. Maybe we'll have to get Neo on. All right, but he ended up marrying a woman or being with the woman and thought he had kids, but the DNA test revealed that they weren't his. And then he also married another woman, he actually had a child with another woman, which we showed. She had a whole crash out at his house, and he actually did a good job holding frame. And she ended up coming back and apologizing, saying that she crashed out, but she tried to expose him as having hookers over and all of this shit, right? Which does tell me that he might not be gay at all. I have no idea. But apparently there's been nobody confirming that he's been with a man. I mean, everybody that has confirmed that he's doing shit out here, it's always been with women. And he's got children with women. So anybody that thought he was like that, well, I guess not. All right, shout out to Neo for watching here. By the way, one of my favorite albums was the Champagne Life album. Great album. And the album before that, you had two classics. Then you put that other one out I didn't like very much, but you had those European guys producing for you, and you were trying to go pop. I get it. Trying to get that money. But those two albums before that, Champagne Life or whatever that one, and the one before that, fantastic albums. I think it was Year of the Gentleman or something like that, Libra Scale. Fantastic albums. All right. Now, I've been warning about this monogamy thing. I think we're entering into a new phase of the world where monogamy is just not, it's not going to be suited for everybody. So for the gentlemen that are looking for a monogamous mate, all right, we're not living that anymore. We don't have a society that facilitates that. And I've been saying we're growing and growing past that era of where you get one woman and you stay together for 40, 50 years. It's dying. And I've been non-monogamous. I've been openly non-monogamous, and I make sure all the women know I'm non-monogamous. I just don't see any benefit of it for me. I have to play it safe, and doesn't mean I'm out here clapping up anything and everything. It's just that I'm just not, it's not suited for me. I did it before. It felt like a prison, and I can't guarantee that people will be monogamous with me. So why would I be monogamous with them and I can't guarantee monogamy from them? Right? We live in a world where you can't guarantee monogamy. Even just having the person available to you is no guarantee. But then when women get a little bit older, they want to get, oh, I'm monogamous now, right? Then they're 45 years old. They're showing up like this woman talking about, oh, I'm monogamous now. I learned my lesson. I want to be monogamous. And then she's showing up at the date looking like this. Merp. Looking like a Ninja Turtleneck ass woman. Talking about, I believe in monogamy and love. I want my life partner. But I'm like, no, baby, I got the JUCO out here. I don't need to be monogamous now. But let's listen to him. There's a picture of him. He does have, I think, a girlfriend and 3 other girls or 2 other girls. He's been walking around publicly demonstrating this. I know a lot of black people in general are funny, particularly black women. Black women will think this is the devil. And black women have the least monogamous and faithful and marriages on record, right? I don't know what's wrong with black people. They claim to be Christians, but are full heathens. But on real life and social media, they like Christian. All right, the Bible says, but they out here heathens. Can't keep a marriage to save their lives. All right, so black women find this egregious. But I'm like, none of y'all are faithful. None of y'all ever been faithful in your cotton picking life, or none of y'all have had a faithful man in your cotton picking life. Why do they get up there and be like, this is crazy, terrible? These men, it's crazy. They've been cheating on every dude they could since 18 to 25. And then they want to run out here with their Bible and church. And this is crazy. I can't believe people living like this. Absolutely horrendous records of relationships, out of wedlock pregnancies, all of this shit, early terminations of pregnancies, crazy shit out there at motherfucking Freaknik, orgy parties, trains, and they will sit up there on Al Gore's internet and act like this is a heathen. Girl trip, going to Jamaica to carry beans, and they will act like Neo is the devil. They'll have multiple children's fathers. They'll have multiple children, and them children will have multiple fathers, and they won't bat an eye. This nigga come out, and he'll come out with 3 women, and they will call him the devil. It's absolutely egregious. So I don't want to hear shit about him being a bad guy at all compared to what everybody else is out here doing. It's egregious. Okay, so let's hear it from his own voice here, Neo. Okay.
It started out as a lemon and turned into a lit situation. I realized that I've not been living my truth for a very, very long time. I'm living it now, and you can tell my skin is glowing. You can see
I love it. I was definitely going to say the skin.
Oh, come on.
And your dimples have always been beautiful. This is even more chic.
I'm in a great space. Great space. Mentally, emotionally, and everything, and everything else. I'm in a really good space. And I realized that everything is not for everybody. I know you've heard that said before.
Yes.
It is some of the truest shit that anyone has ever said. Everything is not for everybody, okay? Society tells you that you're supposed to be with one person. You get married and y'all supposed to be together forever. I am not shitting on marriage. I am not shitting on anyone who has figured out how to make that thing work for them. Mm-hmm. Again, everything's not for everybody. Monogamy's for you. Mm-hmm. It's not for me. I realize this. I know this now. And it's
all right, let's get it.
It's like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I realized I spent so much time lying and trying to be somebody that I wasn't for the sake of somebody else. Mm-hmm. Complete and utter time wasted when I could have just been exactly who I am.
There you go.
Said exactly what I want, exactly how I'm rocking, exactly how I'm not, and then waited for those people to gravitate to me.
This is the truth right here. And shout out to my fellow ball brother in Libra, Neo here. And he is in this, I think he's 45. Again, this guy right here, he said, look, somebody say he been listening to CGA. I've opened up a lot of lanes. I don't know if he has, but I do have a lot of celebrities that listen to me, but I've opened up a lane for men to be able to speak their truth, right? And he has enough money to speak his truth, so he's always going to have access to women or whatever he wants. But men need that off your shoulders, right? They need this ability to be like, okay, let me live how I want, free agent lifestyle. And people will try to grab you down. They will try to pull you back. No, get you one girl, get you an old wife, get you a fat woman, a black woman. They'll try to put you in these boxes. Once you release yourself from the boxes, chapter 3 of the free agent lifestyle, don't box yourself in. You can live what you want to live. And you will find that it will free you, right? But of course, people can't handle this because they think monogamy is what we do. We are not doing monogamy. We are sharing each other. All right, we're sharing each other along the way. But once a man can get to that point and he's in a position to do so, he can live the life he wants. Okay? Not a lot of men will get there. But you'll be forced into committed and forced into monogamy and forced to lie to women. He's in a position where he doesn't want to be forced to. And he might be in a position to get these women to sign a non-disclosure and protect themselves. Okay? But he has now freed himself in an earlier time than most men free themselves. And he's saying, I could have freed myself a long time earlier, but I was too concerned about what everybody is going to say. Okay, he's not putting women in the position of believing that he's monogamous, which does free you. Okay, that frees you. Because now you're not having to lie to women. So now the women don't know what they're getting into. All right. And they'll have to deal with it. They're like, well, okay, well, it is what it is. So you get to a lot of a free place. And it takes you just a little bit. You don't have to have what Neo has in terms of income. All right. But it is what it is. Now, a lot of people will come in. I see a person mentioning STIs. Now, here's the thing. You do expose yourself more. You're doing high-risk sexual behavior when you have multiple people. But everybody has multiple people out here. So that's just a scaring point. You do have to be concerned about it. STIs are real. But, guys, the normal general population of women have high rates of STIs. Okay? Now, if you're practicing abstinence and monk, you are the ones that are going to avoid STIs. But, dude, there are married people with STIs. There are the normal general population of people are walking around here with super gonorrhea and chlamydia, antibiotics. Planned Parenthood ain't going out of business. Neither are these clinics. Ask anybody in the medical professionals. It ain't the hookers coming in there with burning peace leaves and the motherfucking normal women's coming in there with no STIs. The fact remains is people are overwhelmingly not using condoms in the regular sexual marketplace. So you got to be safe no matter what you're doing out here. STIs are not going to be just more prevalent because you decided to be non-monogamous. Most people are practicing non-monogamy, period. The data shows us that the herpes and the STIs are coming from the general population of women. The women have them way more than the men. The women have them way more than the men. So if you're just dating, you're exposing yourself to STIs. I don't care if you ain't even got sex from them. If you used your mouth, you are exposing yourself from it. So yes, I know that's an easy bailout to make yourself feel comfortable. He's going to get an STI. You can get it from any woman out here. The women have it way more than the men. And it is the general population of women that got the STIs. It's coming from the general population. So I know, nice cope. It is what it is. But if you out here kissing, you're on Tinder or Bumble, these are the people that got the STIs right here. And if you in Atlanta or the South, there's a lot of women messing with bisexual men and so forth and so on, which those guys have a way higher rate. Bisexual men and gay men got it way better. So if they're dating bisexual men, and they are in Houston and Atlanta and Jackson, Mississippi, yes, you're going to get it from the general population of women. In fact, when it comes down to STIs, unfortunately, if you're messing with African-American women, Unfortunately, the data tells us they have it way more than anybody else statistically. Now, you deal with that how you want to deal with it. So just because you just say, I'm going to practice non-monogamy doesn't mean that you're going to have a greater risk in general, and the other people are going to have no exposure. Because a lot of people are out here hooking up and sharing. I don't care if you're married or not. They're all out here doing it. The general population got it. So be careful. No matter what you're doing. Non-monogamy, hooking up, monogamy, whatever you're doing, protect yourself. Okay? Then just be like, oh, it's automatic. Non-monogamy, STI. Not so much. Right? You can go out here and get with one fat girl, and the fat women got a lot of STIs. Just to let y'all know, because they have a lot of sex. They have a lot of hookup sex. The overweight women. I'm just saying from experience. Talk to the nurses. Y'all need to talk to people. Y'all need a sex ed class. Okay, y'all need a sex ed class. And I try to give y'all sex ed information, but I still have one loser come in here, and they will say, if you at the JUCO, you're going to get an STI. Hey, bro, I ain't got one yet. All right, but I guarantee you, if I went back down there on Bumble and fucked 5 women, I will get one. All right, it's the fat women that got them. It's the women that normally are the mid to regular women that are leveraging men to do like this type of woman right here. These are the ones that got it. Trust me, I know. Because these are the women that are giving the bad guys free sex, and they're making you work for the regular sex. These are the women that are going to get it. When you wrapping it up and you dealing with women that expect you to wrap it up, highly likely you ain't going to get it. It's the low-hanging fruit women that got a lot of it. Because they letting Chad Tyrone come run through it raw. All right. And then they make you come in there, and then you come in there and go on 3 dates with them. Those are the women that gon' have it. All right. You will definitely increase your chance dealing with a woman like that. The data tells us this too. He says the 40-year-old women have it. Yep. I was dating a whole bunch of JUCOs. Then I met this 40-year-old woman. She was like putting pressure on me. She had the herpes. The 40-year-old woman. And it was a white soccer mom. Now, none of the other 20-year-old women had the herpes. They never said it. They never suggested it. We just practiced it. It was the 48-year-old white woman that had the herpes. Trust me, man. I was floored. I was like, you? Like, goddamn. Like, I didn't see that coming. So don't think that all of a sudden, because Neo running around here doing hooking up and doing non-monogamy, that he increased his chance. Now, technically, he has increased his chance. I mean, because this is high risk. All right, so anytime you're engaging in high risk sexual activity, which I showed, I think I talked about this at the JUCO. These are important lessons that I want to tell you about. Once you're participating in high risk sexual behavior, yeah. You expose yourself to it. But let me show you what high-risk sexual behavior is. So I'm going to talk about monogamy. High-risk sexual behavior consists of sex without a condom, sex with multiple partners, especially anonymous partners, people you don't know. He knows those women, and he can have them tested, and they could test. But when you don't know who the partner's in and people are coming and going, you increase your risk. This doesn't have anything to do right now with that. Right, having sex with while using drugs and alcohol is considered high risk sexual behavior. So doing drugs and alcohol and having sex is high risk. Now, how many people are doing that? How many people do you know when they're having sex? Alcohol and drugs and or is always part of it. That is high risk. And you're talking about neo-monogamous STI. No. That's high risk too. But just having sex with drug and alcohol is high risk. And then you got starting sex at a young age, high risk. Having anal unprotected sex, high risk. There you go with the bisexuals again. Having sex with a partner who injects or he has injected drugs. Yep, that'll get you. Sex trade work, JUCO, or anything compared to that. And trauma from, well, I'm not going to say that. Ugh. All right, these are all considered high risk. Now, this is almost all the sex that's happening other than marital sex. Right? This is almost all of it. So you're susceptible. All of the activity out here is high risk. The only people that can beat this is abstinent people, monk mode, and then people that use a condom every time. Now, we know the data. Most people are not using a condom every time. The data is actually low. Most people are not. It's almost like 77% are not using a condom every time. It is extremely low. Condom usage is, but by the way, if you guys know, condom usage is higher than it's ever been. But it's actually, well, I'll take that back. Over the last 5 years, it's actually declining. But 5 years ago, it was higher than it ever been. But it was still only 30%, 25, 30% using a condom every time. Everybody else is going raw. Anytime they have sex, it's almost raw. Almost always raw. Almost always. All right? Not many people are strapping up every single time. I mean, really, maybe only the sex workers. When people have affairs, it's worse. Condom use is much less when people cheat on each other. So even married people have worse off high-risk sexual behaviors when they have affairs. It's worse than when you're single. Married people use condoms less when they're cheating, less than single people. And here we go. Oh, monogamy, you better be monogamous. It ensures you'll never catch a STI. False. These are all false information that you have. Having sex with sex workers is going to give you more STI risk. Not necessarily, but yes, it's part of the high risk behavior. But just with a regular woman, you take regular woman, ugly, average woman, black, and you just increase the rate. Then you go with alcohol or drugs. Weed counts too. You just increase the rate. Then met off a dating app, anonymous, stranger. Rate went up significantly higher. It's risky activity no matter what. Okay? It's risky no matter what. So people always want to use these things as a bailout to say, this is why I don't do it. Shit, you could be with a woman that you met off Tinder and get you a motherfucking chlamydia. Right? Real quick. And by the way, many STIs do not have, even when you wear a condom, you're not protected against it. You're not protected even with a condom. HPV, herpes. Even with a condom, you're not protected. All right? These condoms don't beat herpes because herpes could touch you in an area where the condom doesn't cover. Right? All you got to do is graze your ball sack against her infected area. You got herpes. Okay? You can have a condom all on your sit, but HPV, the condom can't beat it. HPV going through the condom. All right? So the outbreak is in the pelvic area. All you doing is entering her vagina where the outbreak might not exist, but you grinding against her. Herpes, you got it. All right, so yep, and many of them are asymptomatic. Yep, crabs, if you both have pubic hair, you're going to get some STI lice. You're getting lice in your pubic hair. And you had a condom on. Condom don't protect that area of the pubic. So you can get condom lice. You can get lice. You can get what they call crabs from protected sex. All right. So anyway, it's bad. If you got a beard and you eat that cat and she got crabs down there.
Did you eat that cat?
You got lice in your beard in the morning. Trying to school y'all brothers out here. Shout out to Neo. Let me let the video finish and then we'll move on because it's 8 o'clock, man, and I'm ready for the weekend.
Because that's my reality now. That's my reality now. I don't have to lie anymore. And I'd be damned if I ever go back to that person that needed to lie for the appeasement of somebody else. I'm not that no more.
I love this. You know,
it's like a weight lifted off my shoulders.
And I could agree with that too. It's like a weight lifted off your shoulders because you no longer have to fake. You no longer have to fake. All right. So be careful out here when you out here, no matter who you are. All right. Monogamy, non-monogamy ain't going to help you. Ain't going to help you. You still going to get exposed. You can get exposed. And I'm going to tell you something, more sex ed for you guys. After you finish up, please clean up your area. Clean up your area. Wash your shit off. You know what I mean? Do not fall asleep with all that snail trail on your Johnson. Don't let it crust up and you wake up in the morning, and do not have any skin to skin contact for an extended period of time after you finish up, whether condom or raw. All right. If you go raw, you must go clean up. All right. Right afterwards, clean that shit off and then take a good piss. But what you don't do is fall asleep and then wake up the next day and then she got her booty cheeks on your pelvic area and there's that crust on you. You guys, that you're gonna get something, bruh. You gonna get something on your PP. You might have a mushroom growing up on that motherfucker, bruh. Go ahead and wash up. And you make me feel dirty when you wash up right away. I need to wash this shit off of me, bruh. All this mucus and all this snail trail. Wash up and take that piss. Piss that AIDS out. Piss that shit out. Now, that's not going to stop you from getting anything, but we need to school you, men. Piss that AIDS out. Yeah, get that trichinomen, whatever that trick, and piss that trick shit out. And if you've been going up her Duke shoot, you need to make sure you piss all that out. All right, get all that shit out and get a steel bar soap, clean your shit up. All right, clean it up. Hey, herpes generally comes from people not cleaning that area up, typically keeping skin to skin, like, you'll cuddle with her afterwards and you'll fall asleep, wake up. That'll help you get it right now, bro. You increase your chance. We need to school these guys, man, because these men don't get this type of education out here. We need to wake you up because it's real out here, bro. All right. Yeah. Get the steel bar soap and wipe that musty smell off of your old Johnson. All right, get that musty smell off of that so you don't wake up in the morning. Get it off your hands. Wash up, Ninja. Take a shower, Ninja. Ladies, get in the bath too. Get that thing in there. Get all that stuff up off you. All right, but look, quick, clean. Take a bird bath, Ninja. All that. I'm trying to school y'all ninjas, man, so y'all don't end up. Take a long piss. Get water. Take a long ass piss. All right. If you outside at the park, take a piss in the snow, whatever you got to do. Shout out to our brother here. Leon Lovelace says, Coach, you'll get your flowers when you're dead. Shout out to you. Yes, indeed. We got another brothers here. A couple of other brothers says, shout out to Daniel M says, or Daniel Mack just left the Philippines. Meat fixed every day. Balls drained. Thank you, Coach. Oh, no.
What kind of fuck you give me?
My man was out there busy.
I like to get dominated.
My goodness. Chill. My man said he was in the Philippines. Meat fixed every day, balls drained. He good. He coming back. He don't need to go. He don't need nothing for another couple of weeks. I'm glad you had a good time, brother. Offset says, Coach, you got a point. He says they always want more. I took my girlfriend to an Usher concert in Chicago, spent around $3,000 in tickets, hotel, food, and drinks for 3 days. A week later, she started talking about a home project to my house, I guess, wanting to repaint, knock down a wall, and remove a room. I asked who'd pay for it, who would handle the work, a licensed contractor only, and if it would increase the home's value. All I got was silence. Then a couple of days later, she wanted to look at a new house. You're in a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a finished basement and a 1.5% interest rate. I'm starting to understand why some guys feel overwhelmed. It feels like there's always something else to spend on. When you cover most of the bills, people don't always see the big picture. Honestly, staying single might be easier on the wallet. You're absolutely right, sir. Shout out to Offset. All right, and that's a sponsorship from our brother. Shout out to you, brother. Yes. Hey.
I'm rich, bitch.
They don't have a concept of your money. Never think that they're keeping track of how much you're spending on them. Now, if they start spending, they'll have a better idea. They'll be like, oh shit. Right? If you make them pay for something. Like they pay for the rentals, you pay for the hotel. They pay for the rental car. They'll have a concept. If they don't have that concept, they'll think you have a never-ending wallet because they're not keeping track. They're just saying, here's an idea, and then you do it. But staying single will save you a lot of money. Staying single and staying celibate will save you a lot of money. Unfortunately, these guys also don't try to make more money because they're comfortable living at the, $30,000 Kings in Midland and Paducah. But yes, women will spend. They will spend your money up. And guess what? They will bounce on your ass when you out of money. They'll bounce on your ass. And they'll come up with things that cost thousands of dollars. They will not get off of you like, damn. Like, seriously? But, the only way to do it is, number one, I mean, people will think if she pays, they'll know. Like, if she says you want to go to Ursher and you say you buy your own ticket and you pay half for the hotel, they'll understand then. But then that doesn't mean they'll stay with you. They'll just bounce on you. Oh, this nigga cheap. But they don't get it. They don't get it, and they don't get it. They don't get what you did to earn that money. They could care less. I don't care if they make another. I don't care if they have their own money. They still don't get it. But also, they do get it at the same time. They'll just let you spend and manipulate you, and they not go. What they'll tell you is this: I didn't ask you to pay for it, or you didn't have to pay for it. You didn't have to pay for it. Just because I brought it up, that didn't mean you had to pay for it. So they also will play that. All right, they just bringing up shit for you to spend on. Wouldn't it be great if we went on a vacation and I could give you all this punani that I'm giving you in Columbus, Ohio? I could give it to you in Costa Rica. And then you drop the money on it, and then you have the experience, and you come back and she asks for something else, and you say, baby, I just spent all that money on that. Well, I didn't tell you to spend it. You didn't have to. You could have asked me to pay, but you never asked. Right? All right, shout out to our brother, the 10th man says, after living the free agent lifestyle, having normie combos are hysterical. Facts. I can't do it. This is why I be like, I'm a hermit now. I can't have normie conversations. They boring as hell. I'm like, oh my God, especially normie dating. Normie dating is the worst, gentlemen. I don't know. I'm on the dark side. So dating normal women, I can't do it. They are, to me, they're losers, and what they are doing is manipulating you, and they think you're stupid. And it's not a personal thing. They just trying to see if they can get over on you and see if you buy it. I'm a homebody, and I don't really go out that much, and I'm just looking for my partner, and I will be extremely loyal, and I was loyal to my last few men that left me, and they really didn't know what they was losing, and never cheated, and I don't hook up on the first night, and but I'm extremely sexual. I love sex, but I've never had hooked up, not one time in my life. They just be you be like, oh my God. You could be like, oh my Lord, And I'm like, do you really tell everybody this bullshit? You really tell everybody this? This is sickening. Then you ask them a couple questions. Oh, yeah, I've been married, divorced once, twice. You like, what the fuck? How you married, divorced twice? You a single mom, and you Mrs. Perfect out here. You bet all the men that left a good thing. All right. And you just out here. You like, man, this shit can't be real. These people are absolutely pathetic, and I'll say it, pathetic. I'm like, I can't believe this shit. And then these women, 40 years old, I'm like, man, almighty Jesus. These some lying ass women, man. I'm like, dude, do not come out here and lie. These people are lying, but y'all eat it up too. Maybe I'm getting something special. And nobody is taking that deal except for your goofy ass. You gonna be the goofy that gets this girl and wipes her up or gives her a commitment. Now you on motherfucking Facebook pictures with this goofy ass broad. And everybody laughing and sniggling at your goofy ass. And you committed to that. This woman, oblong shape, overweight, varicose veins, skin discolored, turkey neck. and you just eating it up. Maybe she is a good woman. She's a God-fearing woman. What the hell? Right?
And that's you.
All for 6 pieces of sex all month. Maybe 4 pieces of sex. Man, please, you the next victim. Shout out to Haz. Says, is a man suffering to be his happiness? Is a man suffering to be his happiness? You might have to explain that, sir. Shout out to Brandon Beach. He says, posted up in PF Chang's with a front row seat to some European ninja tearing up the strip. He says, Rolex on and mindful of abundance and options. Boss up, Coach Gang. He's over there at Formula One. Enjoy it. All right. Shout out to Macaroni Tony. It's the double eyelid, silk hair, and blemish-free skin. Oh, and the natural flush when intimate. And maybe it's also the oochie ouchie. Right? It's the, oh, you so big. That too. They know how to cater to a man's ego. But yes, he says it's the double eyelid, silky hair. That hair is phenomenal, man. They got that thick, coarse hair. Long. Yes, it can be attractive. And it's also the neoteny as well. Their eyes tend to be small and big at the same time. A little bit of innocence. And this is why they are the most desirable women on dating apps in America. Yes. Blemish-free skin, all of that stuff. They face light up like a red light. And it is definitely the oochie ouchie. You never get the oochie ouchie. I do. Shout out to Enigma says, Coach, you are right about European taxes. I've lived in North America, earning 6 figures, now back in the UK on low 5 figures. It's difficult to totally fail and be homeless, but also difficult to be in the top 15%. High income taxes are crazy and de-incentivized. Shout out to you. People get what I'm saying about it. Okay, so you won't go homeless, all right, which is a key. That's good, but you ain't going to rise up to the top. It is very rare that you will, especially paying $10 a gallon for gas. Now, in certain other countries, it might be different, like in Greece, apparently, where their economy collapsed and they were held up by a shoestring budget. When did Greek economy collapse? That was recent. Let me see here. Economy crisis. That was 2010. 2010. They literally collapsed the whole fucking economy. And he came in here talking about Greek taxes. All right, come on. I mean, I get it, bruh. They literally went, this is what happened to Greece. I mean, in real life, in the 2000s, they went belly motherfucking up. All right. Right. All right, they went belly up. Now, they recovered to an extent, so I get it, but we're talking about one little country versus the rest of Europe in a sense. But, you know, he came in and argued me. He was like, I'm in Greece now. It ain't like that. Well, I get it. But they went belly up. Let me see here. Collapse. The timeline. It says their economy surges after decades of pain. All right, so they're coming back. They're coming back. So again, new time, old time, it is what it is. He said Greek women were selling for €5 a screw. Yeah, they was cooked. All right, they was cooked. So that's probably not the best example to use. But in current times, you might be doing better. All right, anyway. Greece is different. Macaroni Tony, Neo for sure is a ninja watcher. He released an album in 2022 that wasn't women-centric. He sung about the JUCO because Neo was out in these streets. Shout out to Neo out here.
In these streets?
Hey, Neo, send me an autograph of the album, the 2 albums that I like. You know which ones they are, sir. I went way over overtime. I went way over overtime, but you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. I think you guys, man, thank you for hanging out with me and knowing I'm not always right, but you guys generally get the point. I'm not arguing nuance per se. I'm being very general, so I get you guys arguing certain positions, but some things are not even worth arguing with you. Like, you know, some of these aren't even worth arguing some point when I'll be like, well, the rate's higher, but then you be like, but when we double or triple taxation and property tax, these are all things that most people don't have to pay in America. Most people over there got to pay it regardless. All right. Most people don't have to pay property tax in America. Over there, they don't get to wriggle out and take that and deduct it out. All right. Well, since I'm not paying property taxes, can I get less taxes off the top? Nah, you can't. You still paying the high tax rate. Over here, I could just stop purchasing shit and imported goods. Like there's nuance to the argument for sure. And I'm not an economist, but Ninja, right off the top, it can be very easily stated that the European workers are paying high tax rate than the Americans right off the top. Right off the top, that is a truth. Right? Then when you start breaking it down, yeah, we pay 4 times the taxes on one product. Right? On one product, we'll pay 4 taxes on it. So yeah. So they'll eventually make up for it. It'll eventually make up for it. You go to a hotel and travel, you paying resort tax fee, right? You start paying these taxes on things for one goddamn thing that was not even included in the price. So yeah, it'll eventually catch up. It'll eventually catch up to where we're paying a high amount of taxes overall. But right off the rip, when we take our paycheck, they take their paycheck, they paying way higher in taxes. All right, anyway. And they're also paying for our protection. Americans. All right, that's enough. You get what I'm saying. Shout out to the Coach Gang, and we out of here. Peace.